The shower just turned on?
We got we just got dots. We just got dots.
Wait, so it's a banshee then?
Yeah, looks like.
Did we just solve this case, Scooby?
I think so.
Think we're good?
Yeah, it's definitely banshee.
Yo, I survived one!
Anyway. And I didn't die. Laura, get out of the
I survived one!
We done? We're good?
capture a photo of a ghost.
We do all these things yet.
Yeah, parabolic and a crucifix.
Oh.
Have fun.
You got a camera, Andy, yeah?
You got a camera, Andy, yeah?
I do.
Yeah, I'll do the parabolic zone.
I don't know if you should congratulate me. I did nothing. I walked inside and I was like, hey, this is fun. And then they're like, we got all three things. I was like, cool. Let's see, can I grab anything that will help? Just watching him. You're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm gonna take a bite of my thing.
Oh man, can we delete that last picture?
Oh yeah, you can delete pictures now.
Yeah, let's delete that last picture. It was supposed to be a ghost, but it took salt instead for some reason.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do it either.
Just go in the book and select the last picture. There should be like a trash can icon or something on there. Everybody needs to dip.
Is it the one that's all white?
It's the last page on page number 21.
It's the
21,
very
page
last
21.
picture. It says disturbed salt with 1 star.
It's
We
like
all
a picture
selected
of
it.
the
We just need
ceiling.
1 more to select. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Why is it not coming on parabolic?
I'm scared to go back in the house. I don't want to do it.
You could die in front of me.
Bend and snap.
Parabolic just worked for a split sec.
It didn't work. We still need.
Oh, we got a 2-story house. Okay.
It might be weird with the Banshee though, because it targets people, so it might need a specific person to use the parabolic. Since Banshees target people.
And I'm Irish, so what are you trying to say?
That's also why it won't hunt using, you know, the crucifix or whatever too. So it's probably targeting someone else.
Yeah, we got
Force them
banshee
on
and
real quick.
parabolics. Second.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna try to force a hunt real quick.
My
If
name,
you-
are you live? Is it real life? Very quick.
If you need me to Leroy Jenkins it, you let me know.
No, we should be good.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
they're
good
in the
stuff.
room.
Well, that's the last thing that we have to do for perfect hunt is just crucifix.
Prevent the ghost from hunting with a crucifix, yeah. What does this thing do? What does this button do?
No hunt. Level 5 activity.
Some cards were found. They do crazy stuff. The ghost stepped
Andy
at the
just
salt.
said he just wrote it here. I pulled the cards that kills you instantly. So just
Wait, did he die?
yeah, he died.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm on my way.
Okay, Laura.
Where is he at?
I think he is. I think you need to pull cards to summon it so you can find him. The ghost.
No, we're babysitter. No, I'm not going by myself. Go show me where Andy.
Upstairs. Go to upstairs. Upstairs. Go forward. 2V, go forward.
I'm gonna go by my.
Yeah,
I got you, Laura. Let's go.
Upstairs. I said this and keep an eye out. Okay, guys, best of luck.
I'm scared. Where the hell did Andy die?
What would happen if I just left now?
Where's Andy?
He's probably over
He
here.
died. He's in the room. He died where the ghost room. Have you not been in the ghost room yet?
I have not.
Dude, this is all the work done.
Oh shit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I just saw the ghost and I ran.
Just close the door, Laura.
She's still alive.
Laura, it's not haunted anymore. You can get out there if you want. Manito, we have all the evidence we need.
Pick me up. I'm in the kitchen.
Okay, 1 second. Manito, check the board first again. Here, I'll go again. By the way, Manito, it's definitely a banshee. Come on, Laura. Kitchen, where are you?
I see you guys.
I'm free. I'm free.
And Laura, you were hiding with your torch on, sure. He was still finding and killing
No, I'm
you.
good. I'm good. I did my duty. I did my GG easy. We're good.
Let's go. We survived one.
Well, Andy didn't.
We're all Andy didn't know.
No, not Andy.
He took one for the team.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Holy crap.
Dang, I got paid.
Same.
That's crazy. I selected the Banshee and I didn't get.
Just got paid.
Nothing.
Friday nights.
Andy, you want to talk about it?
Just the second time in a row I've been killed by a cursed object. Like a 4% chance, and I knew it happened, and of course it would. I'm never touching those again.
I don't understand.
And there's a card that just kills you instantly. It's the Hanged Man. So I'm trying to force a hunt, and all it did was just kill me immediately.
We've had no reports of violence, but keep an eye out.
All right, let's freaking do this. Fucking go, boys and girls. And in here. Oh, excuse me. This guy's got like a dungeon down here, man. That's a summoning circle. Do summoning circles do anything?
Oh yeah, where's that? No.
I heard it throw something. Around the kitchen, it threw something.
Okay, on the way.
Orbs in the kitchen.
Orbs in the kitchen.
Orbs in the kitchen. Could be a mimic.
Ooh, triple monitor setup? Let's go. Oh shit.
You got a phone, did you?
I found the bones if you want to take a picture.
I don't have a camera. Andy, you have a camera?
Look at your camera.
Are you? Is Andy dying?
I'll get you stuff.
Temperature is definitely decreasing.
Follow me, Andy. It's right there.
Nice.
Andy, I think we might have a mimic here. Or
We could.
the orb's in the kitchen, but the temperature is decreasing over near the bathroom.
I'm only getting EMF of 3. And there's a handprint on the door. I survived my first one from the last game. Dude, it shows him in here. Where are you? Show your face. I'm like right on him. I got 5 on it. Woo!
I think we got dots here, do we?
It's EMF 4 right now.
I think there was dots
I think I
right
just saw the
behind
dots
you.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
That means it's Banshee again, unless it's a bit.
If we got dots, it can't be a mimic.
Then it's a Banshee. We got Banshee again, so. We have dots, ultraviolet, and EMF. Sorry, apologies. We have dots, orbs, and UV.
I like to watch.
She's just making sure everyone's safe, you know.
Absolutely.
Well, you can mark
Wait for Andy
Banshee.
to die.
You can mark Banshee because it was a Banshee.
We got to detect paranormal sound with a parabolic microphone.
Yeah, it's definitely a Banshee. We have ultraviolet, we have orbs, and we have dots.
They just need to do the sound thing now. Oh shit, the door just closed. There is a hunt going on.
And you be careful, it's hunting still. Okay, Andy, it stopped hunting.
Door's open.
Get parabolic? Did you get parabolic?
No. You can always check the book if it's objectives. There should be like journal objectives or something.
Overview.
That was a nice picture of your ghost, actually. Did you get a picture of him, yeah?
No, our pictures are full.
That was a good one.
GG's team.
Good work, guys.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo! I don't think I wonder if it'll be enough to get me one more level. I think it's gonna be just shy. Oh no, I got it. I got it. I'm level 8 now.
Oh yes, getting there.
Dude, I got $2,600. Let's go. That's like half of a computer, maybe.
Am I not working again?
You are now. I heard that.
I was saying hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Elora, how are you level 31? How did you get to level 31?
She's also prestiged once.
She's prestige once from hiding in the van.
So what does it mean to be prestige?
Look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Object nearby. This must be the reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use it to your advantage.
Just from memories of this farm.
What's a firelight?
Are you good over there?
Is a firelight one of these torches in here?
Yeah, firelight is.
Like the lantern.
I think my thing is not working properly. My audio.
Your audio's working fine. I can hear everything you're saying.
Thanks for scaring the crap out of me, Andy. God damn you.
That's what you get for making a sound alert.
Nearly pooped my little trousers.
We got orbs. I think they're in the hallway down here, not in. Yeah, I think they're in the hallway, not the supply closet. You know, actually, they might be in the supply closet, just phasing through the wall. Because yeah, it's definitely in here.
I just saw something move.
EMF 5, EMF. Putting up dots. We have EMF 5 and putting up dots.
If anybody has a UV, scan this light. Oh, yeah, there it is.
And on the door as well. Okay, so we EMF 5 and we have ultraviolet.
Orbs, that's the good.
Nice.
It's an Obake.
It's a Nobake.
Nice. We just solved the ghost already.
Yeah, what is it?
Obake.
And Monito, if you're gonna use firelight or incense, you need to have a lighter. So it doesn't take up an item slot, but one of these lighters you can just light stuff by right-clicking on it. I think.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, dude, why isn't it doing it?
our crucifixes? Oh, there it is.
Do we have all the photographs?
No, I'm taking more now. We need 3 more. But I'm gonna look for cursed object and bones, so that can be a couple, right?
Did those lamps just get blown out?
Props.
Why do we keep getting the parabolic? That thing is so annoying.
I'll do parabolic, my friend.
This is my favorite kind of ghost, too. I like the Obake a lot.
Is he friendly or?
Nah, but he makes weird
Lord,
friends. I think that's cool.
Open that door.
That's adorable.
You're adorable.
We're here all week, folks.
Hey!
Oh,
I got no bone, no cursed object. I don't know where anything in this house is, right?
and I got no sound.
Maybe it's a Ouija board. I don't know. Let me see. Alright, we found a cursed object, but no bones. Might be a little tiny one.
Oh, that sound for
I found the Ouija board.
No.
I got the
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go check them.
Oh. For a split second there, I couldn't see the entrance, and I was scared. I was scared.
Yeah, we have parabolic.
Let's go.
You can check your journal if you, for objectives, too.
Oh, that's right. God,
Yeah, in overview, so if you ever want to check it without having to go outside.
Oh yeah.
you can do what? You broke up.
I just said you can do it, that's all. Nothing special.
Maybe you can do it.
Alright, got a picture of the bone.
Laura. Psst. Psst.
Picture of the bone.
Yeah.
Been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Listen, I want to save 15% or more with a gecko.
Just go with the little green dude. He'll drive you around.
Dude.
I just want Andy to die so I can say GG easy all night. That's all.
Calling you with the
I
on
have,
camera.
I have big dreams.
Used cursed items? Ooh.
Do you sure of the lights?
I think I'm good out here.
Of course, it's not doing anything now that we need a picture.
Dude, how did you get a picture of that bone? You can barely see it in the photograph.
Yeah, it's different for everybody. The pictures like sometimes change depending on who's looking at them. Like I'm sitting right over it, but your picture might be like not even in the focus.
Wow.
I'm gonna try and get a picture of this ghost.
Okay.
Oh,
I think the dude's name is William. Hey, William.
that's not good.
How about that, huh?
Ghost, I'm in here by myself. My sanity is low. Where are you?
Did the door just break? What the fuck?
Oh, good. You breathed in my ear.
What happened to the door?
I was doing a little DIY.
Well, at least we can't get locked in here, right?
Alright.
Are you here, William?
I think Bliss fell asleep on her stream.
I think so too, to be honest.
You mean you fell asleep?
Oh my god, she's actually. I genuinely thought you were asleep. I genuinely thought you were asleep. Talk to me about no.
Are you here, William?
Why did you break the door?
Willy Wonka?
A door
She
busted.
hasn't moved. She hasn't talked in enough.
What? I'm talking to Scott.
What's your name?
Or did you dream you were talking to Jen?
Are you here? Oh, snap. Alright, you know what? He doesn't want to talk right now, so... Noah, what's up? Thanks for popping in, my guy. Eh.
Alright, you're all
Which one
ready.
is it? Which one is it?
It's an Obake, an O-bake.
Did he say hi?
It's the easy bake.
He's not doing anything. That man's just sitting in there hanging out.
Did you take their board game?
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Oh, look at that sweet, sweet XP, folks. Yeah, give it to me. We got salt now, baby. Oh, your sub ran out. Okay, bud. You're here. That's what matters. Vámonos. A la fregada.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
I'm inside you, Andy.
Why should I talk to me?
About time.
Object. Investigate it, but be careful.
It's snowing.
What do we got here? We got what the fuck? Goddamn microphone. Gonna save up Legos. Heck yeah.
Andy, I swear.
I saw that.
I heard it throw something around the kitchen. Maybe kitchen, dining room, or hallway.
He threw something in this little like desk area.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it's probably around here on the first floor. It can do things in adjacent rooms, too. Power is on. Lockers are open in the storage room.
Which room did Manito say he saw something thrown in?
It was in this room.
It's in this front room. Right here, yeah, with the axe. Yeah, it's cold in here.
Yeah, we have a level 3 EMF.
Where he?
I'm scared, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
What if you close that door?
I found the toilet paper, guys. We're gonna be okay.
About time.
We got dots and did you get that picture, no? You get that? Yeah, dots walked straight.
And they really like axes here.
Oh, they built the house.
Level 5 EMF as well.
Okay, so we're doing E EMF.
So dots and level 5 EMF.
Could be a race. We can do the salt test.
I got something on the sound dude thingy.
Yeah, we just had an event in here.
The sound thingy, what did you say, Manilo, as in
We got
the spirit
parabolic.
box?
The parasound. I got a sound off of it.
Nice. That was an objective, too. Good job.
We just need the motion sensor for the objectives now.
Yeah, I got a motion in here.
Look at me, dude. I sound like a pro now. I don't. Look at Bliss. Bliss is focused on that mouse. Look at it. Look at that concentration.
Yeah, I got a footprint in salt.
Okay, so it can't be a wraith. Good call. And it can't be a Goryo because we saw the dots in person, right?
Yeah, we saw him in person, but the
Freezing. It's an Oni.
The Oni.
you get a picture of the ghost, no?
I have a ghost picture. Yeah, I got one. bonus. Our bonus objectives.
Our bonus objectives. Hey, guess what? We
Giggity.
have some weapons.
Okay, Nando, that's crazy.
Okay, man.
I think it's a summoning circle. I haven't seen any cursed objects otherwise. It is indeed a summon.
Okay, I don't like that music. Something's playing a spirit, or something's playing a music box.
There's no music.
Oh, the lights kind of flickered.
It might be the radio. A radio.
I don't hear anything.
Oh yeah, it's playing the
Come
radio.
inside my now.
We got some beer over here.
That's a perfect investigation right there. I'm just saying.
Nice work.
Yo, you gotta use that global mic. We can't hear a word you're saying. We're in the van.
Oh, I'm eating. What type of monster is it?
It is an AOE.
Oh, I'm loving Laura just crouching at the mouse, eating.
I'm hungry.
We're power leveling.
All it is nothing for about an hour, and then what course is it?
I'm scared of this game. You guys are playing on the hard level.
I'm petrified of this game, and Andy played a
On the hard.
Nightmare.
Andy knows I'm scared. Andy knows I'm scared of this game, and he plays my bloody emotes or my redeems while I'm in there.
Oh no.
Emotes.
You're playing with my emotes right now.
Andy, stop playing with his emo.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Ooh. Oh, level 11. Oh, that's sweet, sweet XP. I'd have this display back there if I can have a real skeleton. Excuse me. Alright, what do we got? What did we unlock? Assault. That. This. Got $4,700. Let's go.
I wish you could jump in this game.
That would be nice. Headgear. Got firelight, igniter, headgear, and then incense. And then we'll have all level 1 stuff. What are these? I thought those were chandeliers for a second. Dun, 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 dun.
Yo, Mando, can you hear me? Okay, you're not talking in game at all, so I have no idea if you can hear me. But you can you remove your equipment so you don't lose it? I don't know how, like, look at this. It's weird, like, a little sprinkling of his equipment just made it in somehow. I have no idea. I've never seen that before. Also, Bliss, have you done your lighthouse thing yet? Because we can get both your lighthouses done later on. Okay. I don't know if anybody can hear me in this game. If anybody can hear me,
I can
hi.
hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay, thank you, thank you. Nobody else is responding, so I'm guessing. Something, I have no idea.
I wish I could see what my character looks like.
You hear me now?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah, hi.
Oh my, okay, I've been hitting buttons. I'm not doing push start. I can't. Like, I've been trying to hit buttons and you guys haven't heard me at all, and I want to smack the thing.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
if you're doing proximity chat, you have to be close, but then also, like,
I hit V and I hit B, and I did the things.
yeah, well, B, like I said, if you're in the game, you have to use B if we're not close to you. But here, B doesn't work. Only V works because there's no, like, we can hear each other all over.
Oh.
V for victory.
You haven't done your lighthouse, right?
Okay, so I did the ghosts, like the floating ghosts, but that's all I think I did.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, I just didn't know if you had your card and your stuff or not. You can put it on if you want.
Mm.
Your icon.
Oh, well, how do I do that?
There's a little, like, on your player card. Yeah, there you go.
That's
You
cool.
can change the back if you want, yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, but you haven't done it. Well, let's get Monito's then. We can do it again.
Yeah, we'll go grab his in a bit.
I have no idea what
Hey,
you're
what are we
talking
gonna do?
about, but let's do it. I'm telling you, dude. The theory here is that we're the ghosts, right?
Ooh, fancy. Look at Andy's fancy blue pink card.
I know, my prestiging.
So what
No,
is
like,
it? What does it
Andy,
mean
what
to
brought
prestige?
you- Oh.
What's up? Prestige is just level 100. It really doesn't mean anything.
Uh,
I could prestige
So,
again
Andy,
to
how
level
did-
3, but what's the
How
point?
did you get into Phasmophobia?
Group of buddies a while ago, like when it started, you know, Yes.
Right,
growing
Pyro?
in popularity. We're like,
There's
oh, this
been a
game
lot
looks
of
fun.
them.
Let's play it. And so,
There's been a lot of them.
Maybe 2 years ago or so, 3 years ago. One of them was just like super into it, and it was the only game we had in common, so we played together. He taught me, and that was kind of it. But then I've just been playing it ever since. I think it's a really easy game to be able to like multitask, and you know, you can talk to people, you can talk to chat, you can play the game. It's like, you know, it's just nice, like at your own pace kind of game.
I agree.
So you played it from the beginning of when it first came out.
Not the super beginning, kind of. Like I played it from like maybe a year or just under a year into, you know, when it first like came out. So I mean, it was kind of fresh, but not like super fresh.
Super
So
fresh.
do you feel that the game, like once you figure out all the pieces, it's pretty easy to play?
Well, I guess it depends. I mean, for me, like, I still don't know all of the Ghost personalities and stuff. So, like, some people can play with no evidence and everything. Like, I can kind of do that, but I'm not there yet. So, I mean, I still got a lot I can do. Plus, like, that gold apocalypse challenge, I haven't done that. I still have to do that. So, there's a few things out there.
Oh, the one that the one over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had my hand on the door and I got killed.
Can
before I
you
could
do
finish
it only by yourself?
Yeah, it's a
Can
solo. You
anybody
can do it
hear
in
me
multiplayer
in this
lobby.
game?
Now we can hear you, yeah.
Wait, what was going on? I don't know. It went echoing
don't know.
crazy. I said hello to you, and like it just kept repeating everything you were saying over and over again till it got louder and louder and louder till I nearly head exploded.
I don't know what you did, but yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, can you take your equipment out of here so we can put our other equipment in?
Now I have other
Just a-
questions because wait, really quick. Well, you remove equipment. So, how did you all meet? Like, I know Andy, but like I never, and I realized after just chatting a little bit, like y'all have known each other for a while. Wow.
No, we're here. I met Andy from a raid from Disc Golfer, and it was love at first Twitch.
True, yeah. But I've known Mando for what, like 7 months now or something?
That's all, yeah, but it feels like ever.
8 months?
As in a
7,
good
yeah.
way.
And then Monique,
Okay,
I've known
not
him
too
for
long.
I've known him for a while. We met.
It's been a
just
couple of
through
years
mutual
now.
Friends. Yeah, definitely. At least a couple of years. Yeah. I mean, I was still working. Like I say, that guy used to be like
Okay, yeah,
soothing
okay,
stream
yeah,
on the way
yeah,
home.
yeah. This is the tea that I want. So y'all were both streaming, but you've known each other for a couple of years, and so Andy, you were working, but you'd watch his streams.
Yeah, if I was driving home, you know, I would have to have something on, you know, because it was just like, especially at the last place I worked, it was getting pretty crazy. So, I mean, like 2.5 years ago or so, maybe even 3 almost. I mean, I'd just be like in traffic and, you know, just listening to him on the way home. It's like, it's just a nice stream. And, you know, I didn't know a whole lot of people on during the day because, you know, I streamed at night. I watched streams at night. I watched streams when I got back from work. So those like occasions when I'd be going home, I mean, his stream was perfect.
Yeah, Andy, for disclosure reasons, guys, that means he wasn't driving and watching at the same time. He was obviously parked and stopped like and stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't even in my car. I was walking home in traffic.
He was
Driving
sitting on
in
top of the
a bike.
car, so that makes it okay.
Wow.
But no,
Driving
you
home
can have,
as a passenger.
You can have your phone, you know, play without the video, and even if it did, it would just come through my car speakers anyway.
Yeah, I'm
that
the
was
same.
good
I watch you on Bluetooth, and in other words, you're on Bluetooth, but I hear you but don't see you.
Yeah.
What's your first memory of each other? Like when you sit there and go back to like the memory of like how you met, when it clicked, going like, oh, I want to keep this person in my like my knit, like a circle.
I feel like Andy's.
Mando and I. Sorry, you go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, Andy's one of those types of folks that like the first time you go into a stream, you see him, and you're like, dude, I like this guy. He's really nice. He's very just receives everybody with open arms. It doesn't matter. Super nice.
Very genuine.
Very genuine, exactly. And he acknowledges everybody that comes in. You know, even now that he has, you know, hundreds of people on his stream, he still acknowledges everybody that comes in, and he has one of those personalities where it's like you meet him and you're like, oh, I feel like I've known this guy forever, you know. And
Stop
yeah.
shaking your head on my stream.
That's true.
wait,
I mean,
so
like,
when
I,
you
when I
mild
went into-
stroke.
when I went into Monito's stream, it was the same way. I mean, like, I just loved the atmosphere. And it was one, it's one of those places, like, you guys know the specific type of stream and streamer I like. So, I mean, I just immediately, I was like, oh, this is a place I'd hang out whether I was, streaming or not. Or, if I didn't even know what Twitch was, but I came across his stream, like, that would be a place I'd want to be, So that was exactly why I just kind of gravitated towards
Yeah,
it.
he told us about that
So, Benito,
place.
do you remember like what his viewership was at when you met Andy? Like when you what I mean? Like where was he at?
Oh, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't remember. I'm gonna say it had to be like in the teens, maybe. But I feel like at that point, like when you come across a type of streamer like Andy, like you kind of forget that they're streaming. So you kind of like forget the numbers, the people watching, and all that stuff, and you're just like engrossed by them. So like I honestly don't remember, but I know it was I think
it was on the lower side.
Yeah, it was
though.
on the lower side. Yeah.
Like even like 20, 30, like you're like, okay, it's on the. So what's interesting, I guess, on this, and I haven't really spoken to people about this. I haven't met somebody like I've met people who become partner, but you already knew they were on that track, right? Like I knew Andy before he got partner. Same with like Mocha Mom and a couple others. But to sit there and to be a part of someone's journey from like where they started to get there, that has to be a pretty cool feeling to go like I've seen the growth of it.
It is. I'm really proud of what he's accomplished and the community that he's helped build, and it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
like I say, it takes everybody. Everybody helps with all of this. It extends
does.
beyond our walls,
All the
It does,
W's.
And I feel like sometimes like I feel so stretched thin on like what kind of support I can give to as many people as I can. And it's so hard.
There's a lot of different
that's the
kinds,
hardest
too, though.
part.
Yeah, you can't,
Yeah.
You can't expect to be in everybody's stream or make an impact that way, but, you can retweet something, you can like stuff, you can just say hi, you can check in on people, you can give people a shout out. I mean, raid people, there's a million different ways. There are people that I never talk to, but they are like sub to my channel. And it's like, well, that's supportive, but, I'll never see them and they probably never watch the stream. But then there's other people that like are there all the time and can't sub, and that's fine, Then there's other people that are just friends and they're just making sure I'm doing all right. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can support people that go beyond just like a number,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the guys is a tier 3 on my thing, and I think he saw my stream maybe 3 times at the very beginning. I was like, you do know I'm getting ready to do a year on Twitch? And he's like, oh yeah, huh? I'm like, yeah. It's coming up, buddy. Thank you. Oh man. And then so Monito and you both have been streaming for a while. So Mando, how long have you been streaming? What brought you onto the platform?
Everybody's looking at me, Manito, why are you looking at me?
Hey there.
Hi guys, how we all doing? Well, I started streaming a year ago, just over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me push the go live button is I had done 23 years in the military. I was medically discharged on disability pension because of 3 spinal surgeries.
Holy
I
crap.
couldn't work, and I had lost most of my friends in real life because I couldn't do what they wanted to do. When they wanted to do things, I couldn't do because I was in too much pain. And my army friends, they were too active, that they didn't have time. So I felt quite isolated and alone. And my psychiatrist at the time, when I was going through PTSD and everything, said, try social media. And I like playing games, so I just said, well, this is a social platform. I like playing games, so why not try Twitch?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's how a lot of us start, right? Right.
So I
That's
know,
why I'm
Mando,
here.
you do Fortnite, or you started
I
off
do
with
everything.
Fortnite. So like toward like the games, how are you liking branching out and doing variety versus focusing on one game more specific?
Well, I like all the games I play. To be honest, I'm a gamer since I was young. Like, so I just like to
Ayo.
play games. So for me to branch out to different games is just playing different games for me. It's not actually branching out. It's just what I would have done anyway. The only reason I focused on Fortnite so much at the very start was because I was a console streamer only, and Fortnite was an easy game to play, and I met a lot of people, a lot of good friends through Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, Monito, you've done things like that goes into Nintendo. I've seen a little bit of other things, like I think it's like Elden Rings. I think that's what I've seen you play.
That is correct.
How do you balance on your game selections, right? So Mando kind of just goes with what he feels. How do you choose do you choose a certain schedule or type of game?
I'm starting to like gravitate towards having a more of like a set schedule, even if it's not a particular game, but like a particular genre, just to keep it more fresh. But for the most part, it's just like the game I'm feeling. Because I feel like when if you play something or you do something and you're not really into it, usually the folks watching you could tell, and I feel like that kind of takes away, from
Mm-hmm.
the entertainment that you're providing, because that's essentially what you're doing. And if your heart's not in it all the way, then I feel like it could be a bit lackluster. So usually I just play with what I'm feeling. Like right recently I have had an Elden Ring stint where I've been going hard on that.
Sorry. Ayo.
Heyo, hell yeah. But
I just play with what I'm feeling.
yeah, I mean that's the best way to go. And then like you really have fun. Nice Naruto run. But that's just essentially what it is. And then once it's like, hey, this looks fun, let's try it out. Every once in a while, I'll hit up the squad and be like, hey, this game looks interesting. You guys want to try it? And we'll try it. And if we like it, cool. If not, then at least we tried it.
Right. And then Andy, what would you say that you started off with streaming? Or have you always been variety?
When I started, it was all Fortnite. It was all Fortnite, a little bit of Rocket League sprinkled in, and then moved to some Apex too. But it was mostly just whatever I could play on Xbox, and my Xbox can only hold like 5 games, so it was that. But once that started to get
I feel like I'm on a
boring to
podcast
me,
right
I just
now.
wanted to play whatever I wanted to play. But at the time, I was really into Fortnite before they destroyed the game.
It is
And then Apex was the same way. I was really into that before they destroyed that game too. Rocket League was just stupid fun. So, when I got the PC, then I was able to do a whole lot more stuff. Play like a whole bunch of variety, and then I just literally played whatever I felt like playing.
My baby.
Like for variety, so for like time purposes of it, like you were kind of more selective on it. Did you feel that once you started branching out and doing more variety, it was more difficult for growth in your channel?
No, not for growth, but it's definitely, there's a certain crowd for every game for sure, and then there's a certain crowd that just wants to be there for the atmosphere. It's like playing Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft was a big one where I would get 10 people every now and then, like every couple of hours, that would just want to be there to join a server or play with somebody. People that I would never see again after that if I said no. And you see that in Fortnite too. You see that in a few things where there's certain communities built around just those games. So yeah, I mean, especially with the follow number I have, like it's probably like a certain percentage is from every game and will only come in if there's that game being played. But I mean,
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, though. So, like, do you have people that just come in to watch your your Dr. Mario streams versus your Phasmo streams?
Yeah, definitely. Like the people from the Dr. Mario World whatever championship come in for just Dr. Mario. The people that watch GeoGuessr just come in for GeoGuessr. The people that want to see Minecraft only come in for Minecraft. There's a lot like that for sure. But then there's, like I say, a lot of people that just want to be there because they just want to be there.
I think it's impressive that you're able to maintain the fellowship, that people have decided to look and see if you're playing their game of choice, and if you are, they'll be there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something I never even really thought about, but you can definitely tell as you go, like,
Right.
oh, I played this, so, this is happening, or I did this and that happened. I mean, like I said, when I played Fortnite all the time, there were so many people that just wanted to join the stream to see if they'd play with me, and then that was it.
So
Never
what
see
what
them
do you
again
do
after
with that? Like, do you usually run things like that, like open lobbies, or do you usually like to run these type of games by yourself?
Yeah, I like to run it by myself. I never run open lobbies. It's just too risky.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Is the voice comms and such?
Yeah, well, also there's like people that can just mess around with the game and make it like not fun, There's like
Right.
in Minecraft when I'd play with people on a server, if there was somebody that just wanted to be disruptive, they just follow you around with like a door or something, just put the door down and just start opening and closing it a bunch of times and making noise. Or like just people that are there to just, do little things to bother you. Or like if we were playing Phasmo or something and somebody just stayed outside of the van the whole time, we couldn't leave ever, so like just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you have to have everybody in the van to leave, so somebody could just be like on the outside of the map, so they wouldn't die, but then they also, wouldn't let us leave. So like, just stuff like that.
That's why it's.
That's a good point.
That's why we don't really play
I feel
with
like with Dead by
randos.
Daylight, for me, like the thing that makes me kind of cringe a little bit is that I can't tell people how they do things, but I don't like the teabagging. I don't like when you see a survivor where they're being extremely cheeky, where you're like, I get it, but like, I'm associated with you right now. Like,
Basic Leon behavior.
yeah.
It's flashlight and teabag
I'm
and all over the
sorry,
place.
that's a Nancy Wheeler behavior. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I think that's the hard thing of like, and I think that's also probably one of the reasons that I make my content and such so like this is PG, try to keep it clean, because it's like, well, if I don't allow this here, then you can't behave like that over there. So it's been hard
That's fair.
sometimes, and
That's fair.
I struggle with like the idea of always like saying no. And there's sometimes I want to go in solo games that are not necessarily designed for solo, just to where I'm like, well, I'm going to be forced to depend on myself versus everyone taking care of me in a game.
Yeah, I don't know. It was hard to say no at first, but now it's like, I don't know. I think if somebody gets upset that they can't play a game, then I don't know what they were doing there in the first place, because
Right.
if they're
The
just there
friendship
for
is
the
based-
games, then who cares? Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
good people will always understand barriers, like, not barriers. Barriers?
Yeah.
That you put
Boundaries,
up.
barriers,
Boundaries,
yeah, you're right.
boundaries.
No, for
that's
sure,
that's the
for
word I'm
sure.
thinking of. Yeah, boundaries. And it's healthy to have boundaries. So
Mm-hmm.
Very. Yeah.
Can I
I
jump in
agree.
there on that?
Yes.
Now,
What
Amanda,
I would say, hello. What I would say is that when you come to playing with other players, because I play like Fortnite and I play Helldivers 2, First Descent, as well as Phasmo, and a lot of variety games. But when it comes to playing with new players, especially new people who come in who ask to play and kind of force themselves or kind of keep asking even though you just bet them, I think that people need to understand that they need to be vetted first. It's not a vetting process. It's more of a get to know yourself or get to know them first. So if they come in on the stream like for like a month or so and you get to know them and you get to talk and chat, then that's okay to go play with them. Then maybe if they're of an age and everything, but you have to establish first of all they're old enough that you can play with them. Second in the game. Second of all, you need to find out who they are, find out a little bit more about them. So I think. Like, I'd never play with someone unless I've seen them like maybe 10, 11 times in my chat, seen their streams as well, and okay, maybe I might play with them so when in a Fortnite game, etc. But as Andy was saying there, the risk about that then is I kind of try and keep my streams PG, not because I have to, and because I have overeating on my thing. On my content, but I try and keep it because I always try and keep in mind that if my son was watching the Twitch or another child was watching the VOD or anything, that they would be able to watch it and they wouldn't be offended by anything. So I think when it comes to playing with other players, I prefer playing solos. I don't mind playing with other people, but I have to know them.
That makes sense. What about you, Monito?
I kind of agree with Mando. Like, I usually don't play with people that just come in for the first time, because I learned the hard way back in the days, and nothing in the game happened per se, but like the comments that were said, it's kind of like, okay, that's not what I stand for here, so you have to be more vetting when it comes to who you allow to play with. So now, like when it comes to co-op, like I'll only play with people that I know, like you guys, or if somebody that I know, like Andy or Bubs or Bliss, there's like, no, they're these are good people. I've known them. Then I'll be like, okay, I trust you, so I'll play with them.
Right, like so it's like okay, like if Bliss like invited me to this thing, it's only her that I know. Like I trust her well enough that she's not gonna bring jerks over.
Basically, yeah. And then I hope
awkward cough money.
awkward cough. See, like I don't mind playing with I would love to play with Mando again in the future. He's a cool dude, and it's because
No,
of,
it's very
of
great.
events like this that we get to meet new cool people like this. So it's cool. I think it's cool. And then I hope that it kind of works the opposite way too. When if I'm like, hey, do you want to play with me? And then I have my game, like my friends playing with me that you don't know. I want, folks to trust me enough to be like, okay, I know the kind of people that he hangs out with or the kind of person that he is. So I know that when we play with them, everything will be fine.
I think that's
To add to
a
money,
very.
sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Mando.
I was just going to say, to add to Manito as well, and what I said earlier as well about vetting people and getting to know them, that's one thing that is very important for me is I'm not about the game.
Mhm.
So when I stream, it's not about what game I play. It's not about Fortnite. It's not about Phasmo. It's not about Dead by Daylight or 7 Days to Die or Lethal Company. It's about entertaining people. So when I come on stream, I don't think about how many wins I'm going to get, if I'm going to survive the ghost hunt. I come on to entertain myself and entertain if
I
some
survived
people
like
hopefully that are
3 out
watching
of
at the
all
same
the
time.
ones we
So
did today.
if someone
So
wants to play with me, they have to understand that it can't be lock in and we got to win this fight and everything and be very game oriented. It has to be for fun. It has to be enjoyable. It has to be, okay, we played the game, we got killed, we just go again, but we have a laugh about it rather than taking a game very seriously to the point where it gets toxic.
Mm,
So I think that's one of the massive things for me when it comes to playing with other players. It has to be fun.
amen.
I think like for gaming, like it should be something fun. It should be something that you enjoy. But at the same time, like since I've been and Andy has done this too with daily streaming, not every day I'm in a fun mood. Like there's some days where I'm tired and stuff. And so I think there's a reality of like, yes, there's a balance of like you want to love what you're doing, but there's also days where it's like I don't want to necessarily maybe do this, but I make commitments toward this.
Mm-hmm. I think at that point it's a more personal thing, like what are your goals, and what are you trying to do to accomplish them. Sometimes you got to do it even if you're not feeling the greatest, but everybody does it a little different. Where somebody would be like, I'm just gonna tough through it, and I'll be okay, and then sometimes it's just hard starting, and once you start, it's fine. And then there'll be other people who will be like, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out today, and then hit it back tomorrow when I feel better. So it all depends on each person's situation.
Right.
Yeah, amen to Manito there as well. Yeah, I think if you don't feel it, don't play it. Don't stream that day. There's nothing in your schedule. A schedule is a schedule. A schedule is not isn't a commitment forever and ever. Like you're not letting people down if you're having a bad day and you can't stream. You just let people know
Exactly.
in Twitter or
Well, there's a balance of that though, right? If you're sick, it's so easy to say that, but if this is your full-time job, right? Like if you're sick, how many times do you still go to the office or still go to work?
Yeah.
But I mean, like it depends on how you look at it. Like again, like the same thing of like with your own personal goals and such. For somebody that this is their full-time job and this is what they're dependent on, taking a day off can be very impactful for them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree and I understand that, but I also think that for mental reasons and especially when it comes to wellness, I think that's more important than your full-time job. I understand what you're saying and I agree. Yes, you have to make money, you have to live, but I genuinely think that that if you're not feeling it in the sense of that you're sick, especially like you said, there's the words illness, or if you're I just think that's just
I'm
Well,
trying to
Andy-
have a serious conversation, Andy. Stop
Well-
being like a bird pecking the floor.
Well, he's actually nodding yes because Andy had the situation only a few months ago where he was sick and he had to take a couple of days off,
Yeah.
2 or 3 days off. So he understands the situation. So what I'm saying, and he's a full-time streamer. I'm a full-time streamer. I mean, this is what I do. I don't do anything else. So like I understand your point, but I would never come on stream if I didn't feel like it. If I didn't want to stream, I wouldn't stream because then I know my heart wouldn't be in it. Therefore, people would see that, as Monito said earlier, and I wouldn't have fun. They wouldn't have fun. There's days where I feel down and I need to stream because I know if I go into stream, people will come into chat and that'll make me feel better. And by the time I finish stream, I know I'll feel better afterwards. That's nothing to do with illness or anything. That's just if I felt down or something. So there's a lot of ways to look at it, but I would never force myself to a schedule if I didn't feel on that day I wanted to stream.
Right. So for Andy, for you, since you are a partner streamer and this is like a full-time like career path that you have currently, how do you have days where you end up having to go forward with it? Okay, and the Fancy Man wrote, both points are valid. On one side, you need to stream or people will forget about you. But on the other side, you should take care of yourself and be entertaining. You can't entertain people and you're mental bad. Agree. So for some topic over here, Fancy Man, I've been streaming almost every day for an entire year. And for me, it doesn't matter if I was sick. It doesn't matter if there's a holiday. That was a goal that I had set. And I'm doing it. But there have been days where I'm like, it was rough, like really rough. Like once I was streaming live and I found out someone passed away.
Oof.
And but because of the commitment of doing that, that was important to me. And so again, like finding that balance on that, and there is no right or wrong because it's a personal choice and personal need for what you decide to do. But I think there is this element of guilt from my point of view when I'm sick and I'm like, this is not my strongest stream. This is a very short stream. I got to go now. So, I mean, one of my streams on this year long was literally 15 minutes. I was hugging a bucket because I was so ill. So, I mean, like, you know, I agree what you're saying. But I also see the other side of the coin of those that are partnered or those that are doing this full time, where it's very fearful for them to take vacation days, to take any type of those personal days because of that fear of feeling forgotten or having, you know, their friends feeling like abandoned even, which is very normal for people to go on vacation and do those things. So it's like, how do you balance the vacation and stuff like that? Since you guys are both, you know, and actually all three of you full time, right? All three of you are full time streamers.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I streamed every day for a year straight as a challenge too, but that was, you know, it's different. It's like you say, it's whatever you want to do, whatever you set your mind to, I guess. Because like there are days where I was going to be more upset and more disappointed if I didn't go live because I set that challenge. So like 300 days in, if I wasn't feeling good, I was like, well, I got to go live because I just want to keep the streak
Like
alive,
I'm like falling asleep earlier, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna eat my sandwich, and we're gonna get through this. And
That's
that,
totally fair.
Yeah,
I think Andy made a very good point to me a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. We only know each other 7 months, but a good while back, right? And it's something that stuck with me. There's two types of streamers. There's ones that are goal-driven, and there's ones that stream for fun. Okay, that's basically, there's kind of that two groups. I'm not going to say that, like, we both know the extremes of those two groups, but I'm just talking about in general. There's those two groups. Now I stream every day as well, but I don't have a schedule because I enjoy the stream. I don't have any goal to be a partner. I don't have any goal of making a lot of money from streaming. And my goal is entertain. That is down my outright goal. But I think if you stream every day, like Andy said to me, and this is the point I was getting to, is that if you stream every day, people know you're going to be there. So they know they don't have to be in your stream every day because they know they'll get you the next day or the day after that or the day after that because they know you're always going to be on. So this one downside if you have goals is if you stream every day, then people know you're there. Then you might have less viewers, less followers because people know you're going to be there when they, you know, at some stage you're going to pop up on stream. Whereas someone like me who's not goal driven and doesn't have any aspirations to be a partner, and I stream it every day, it doesn't matter if I have 2 or 3 viewers to me, or if I have 100 viewers, because I'm not trying to gain anything. So I'm only trying to entertain myself as well as the other people. So I think that's the two sides of that coin, is streaming every day, but if you have goals, it's kind of detrimental, I think, to maybe succeeding to partner, because people might watch you as much because they know you're going to be on. And the other thing is, if you're not trying to get viewers up or averages and you stream every day, then that's fine if you're just doing it from an entertainment point of view.
At the
think
end of the
for
day,
me-
yeah, you just gotta be able to do what you want to do. I mean, it's not like that. It just, there's no reason to do this if you're not enjoying it. So if you're streaming and you're feeling like down, like for me personally, if I'm not feeling a stream, or like feeling like getting on stream, the weird thing is, like, usually the stream makes me feel just better anyway. So like most of the time I wake up and I just feel, just dead. But then I get on stream and I start getting that energy. I start seeing people. I start having a good time. It's fun because I love streaming.
Right.
But like, it's just every day. It's it's something I want to do. Then I don't sleep enough, and then I get up and I'm just like, I could sleep more. Sometimes it hurts to just be awake, I guess. And then I'll definitely keep sleeping and not stream. But most of the time, it's like, I spend 20-30 minutes on stream and I'm like, oh, I feel incredible. Like I could just do this all night. That's why every time you guys have been on me about this before, where I'm like, yeah, just a short stream today. 7-8 hours later, I'm like, all right, well, that wasn't the case. But that's why.
Dude,
It's just
like, you're
I
like,
just
it's a short
gained
stream,
strength,
and I'm like, I fall
Yeah.
asleep. I wake up and I'm like, is Andy still on? Like, I still
Yeah.
hear him screaming. And
Yeah.
it's true with that. I think with doing daily streams, I knew when I started on Twitch, I already had like, good night, little duck. I had thank you for this. I knew that I had, a little bit of an uphill challenge. I'm like, I'm new to this. I've never done anything like this. I just kind of discovered what Twitch was and what was going to set me apart from everybody else. Like when I meet somebody, it's not like I've been on Twitch and I was a viewer and anything. I'm brand new. And I was like, okay, if I'm really going to do this, like, take it seriously. Like, what does it look like every day? And I'm like, that's a talking point, and I could do that. I set on this idea like 3 weeks in, and I swear, like, it was around January when I was like, what did I sign myself up for? I just was like, oh my gosh. And there was like hard stuff, and I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and I know, Andy, you know about it, but like, it was just a lot of heavy stuff. So much heavy stuff. And but I will say this, I've worked very hard in other things, but to finish this year, I can tell you I have cried. I've gone through every emotional high and low in this, and the feeling of finishing this year is so overwhelming for me emotionally, of like, I am doing this and I did this. So the feeling of the achievement of doing this, like, there's no video game that I can play that will ever give me this feeling of like, I did this. And I think that's the coolest feeling, and that's what makes all of this year worth it. When I sit there and go like, oh, the days that were so hard, because I'm like, again, I get to hang out with you guys like an entire month of doing co-streams and celebrating, like, friendships and people that help me get where I'm at, has been really nice. And so, going back to the whole purpose of this is that I appreciate just the friendships I've had with all of you and so many others, of, giving me advice, showing up at my stream, teaching me things. I'm very, very blessed and humbled for that. So thank you guys.
You should be proud. I know we are proud of you.
Bonita, I'm
Definitely.
gonna cry like a baby. I really was like, I need to make a video for me to go. I'm gonna be right back after like 20 minutes. I anticipate that I'm just gonna ugly cry at midnight on September 2nd, like September 1st into the 2nd. I'm just, because I feel it like every single time, like doing this, I was crying because I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm reflecting. Like every day that I'm talking to somebody about doing this, like, the stream for the day, I'm reflecting on how did I meet them? What are the questions I want to ask them? How is this relatable? And Andy, I have so much gratitude towards you. Not that I don't have with you guys, but I've been closer with Andy since, like, I don't know, Andy, like a month old? I was a month old. on Twitch and you were this huge streamer and you're like, tell me about these things. And I'm like, I got stuck on this. I think your panels, like when I had my panels done and you're like, that's such a great idea, Bliss. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that too. Like, just to feel like seen is not just like, oh, you're some noob, whatever. Like, to be looked at and say, like, acknowledgement of like, hey, this person had a good idea and that's awesome and great. And like any question I've ever had, Andy's always gotten back to me. He's like, we have the biggest bantering joke going on, but it's because we're so secure in our friendship that it's funny.
He's the king for a reason.
Wow.
This-
Well, that's the thing. I was talking about this earlier too.
He's a
It's like,
donkey. He's not a king.
people got to look at each other like people, not in terms of like size and stuff like that too. Because I mean, I was saying, I'm not technically, I'm not too far away from everybody else when you look at like the size of streamers and stuff like that. But some people look at me as a big streamer. Some people look at me as, who is this guy? He's nobody. But it's just like, all I want to be looked at is just another person. So like when you are talking about the panels, if you have a good idea, and I liked that idea, I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. I mean, everybody starts out somewhere. So like the greatest streamer in the world, whatever that means, has to start somewhere. They didn't just wake up one day and have millions of followers. So it's like, you can't close your eyes to just anybody, you have to be always on the lookout for who's going to be a good friend or have a good idea or want to do good things. And, it just doesn't matter who it is. It's going to come from anywhere.
I think it's just acknowledging inspiration can come from all places and, being able to accept it and even add your own twist to it. I do know, like, I've talked to Sally about some of the things I've done, and she's like, can I borrow that? I'm like, absolutely. Can I help you put it together? I'd love that. And it feels good. It feels good to go like, hey, this is something really cool. Like, what was it yesterday? We were doing Oxenfree where we had the Netflix developer for the game hang out with me for 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm a nobody. So it was very, very cool to have that experience. I think it's been very nice to feel very seen, and it's because of Andy. You've paved a very good role model for small streamers to look at that, and I'm hoping that I'm continuing to pave, those type of to have that same type of soil to help encourage friends that are streaming or people thinking about it to help them get to where they need to get to. And it's good streamers that make good content. I know the Fancy Man's been hanging out over here. He's very good at being acknowledgeable with people. I have a lot of admiration toward amazing people. The Rico's Rico. He's always about community. He's like, whatever you need, I'm here to serve. And I'm like, dude, it's not just about that, but Rico and I. Oh, Andy, you got to do Lethal Company with me and Rico sometime. That
I like Lethal. It's good.
No. He he has some good ones. But and it's so great, and it's nice to where I think gaming and Twitch, I tell people, like, we can shelf our differences and look for the commonality. And a lot of us like gaming. We come from all different different areas. Mando right now, God forsaken what hour it is for you. You're hanging out, you're chilling with us. You've gone through your own stuff, and we come from all these different backgrounds, but we can be kind, play games, have a good time. Which is just really about, overall community of just gamers and Twitch.
Yeah,
that
I
is
agree.
the magic word there, community. Twitch is the community. You hear people talk about other people's communities and separate communities, but there is only one community, Twitch. People make cliques within Twitch. That's their own business. But I don't think that Twitch should be categorized into different communities. There is a community, which is all the streamers who are in here.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that people that make the clicks, they are self-serving. A lot of them, it's for their own growth and benefit, and try and get people to come into their world and be absorbed into their world, rather than them trying to give back to their or to the other people's worlds as well. So what I find is a lot of people on Twitch, and I've talked about this to a lot of people, is you'll join their Discord, and then every second day you'll hear about you'll see another donation thing pop up from the same channel, or you'll see a subathon. You'll see everything like within the space of a month or or in 6 weeks, you could see about 5 or 6 different events pop up where they're
Mhm.
looking basically for funds, and I understand that, but like I have to pay a mortgage. I have a house to pay for. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my mortgage this month, let alone somebody else's. So I get that, but I'm not. I don't see the
Andy?
point.
Personal
He-
space, sir.
He's coming over because he knows what I'm talking about. So he's just letting me know that he knows. I know him too well. But basically, what I'm saying is, there's people out there who abuse the community that is Twitch, and make it a click and try and get for follows. It's so toxic when it gets to that level, because if you start doing that and just following people for the sake of following them, follow this person because I can vouch for them. I never tell anyone to follow someone. I always say go check them out, because once you start to follow stuff, once you tell people it's that, oh, this person, oh, Manito is fantastic, go follow him right now. Who am I to say that he's fantastic for you?
Well, I
Laura?
think
Do you know
it's,
what-
I think
do you know-
how you're phrasing it. So for me, I don't mind saying, like, why don't you go give them a follow and take a look at their content later? Because right now they're watching. Usually if I'm doing a shout out, they're watching my stream, right? So if I sit there and say go give them a follow and take a look at their content later, it's like put a bookmark on this. Take a look at it, and if it's not for you, you can unfollow. That's okay. But like to go.
I agree, but the problem is if you only have 2,000 followers. So if you're at your limit, how can you do that? So like if I went and watched Manito's,
But
if
why-
I said okay,
This goes
go
into the
watch
question,
Manito.
why do you
Sorry,
have
one?
2,000 follows, right? If we're talking about having real connections and we're not doing follow for follow, that's a lot of follows.
But I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the likes of Andy there and all. I'm generalizing. I don't have 2,000 follows. But what I'm saying, if somebody who is watching has 2,000 follows, or have used their 2,000 follows, like
Right.
Andy had to, I think you had to find one yesterday for someone in the stream yesterday even. But what I'm saying is, if you have 2,000 follows and you are checking as many people as you can, if you have 2,000 follows used, okay, just say you're at Andy's level and you have 2,000 people that you're following back, they're genuine friends that you've met over the years, then it's very hard to tell someone like Andy, oh, go follow Manito and check him out. And if you don't like him, then you don't have to follow him. Whereas, isn't it not just easier just to stay from the start? Listen, go check out Manito, go watch his stream. I like him, I think you'd like him, and see how you feel, rather than go follow him and then check him out,
Right, but like, so Bubbles is saying, like, I know 2,000 followers, but I've been on Twitch for 4 years, and I know almost every single one of these people who stream and some who don't. So it's like, again, like, if you should know
would have
the
mine
people
agreed,
that
yeah.
you have on there, and so, like, again, like, if you're maxed out, then there shouldn't be any reason for you to look at new content, right? So if you're maxed out on it, then you have to then go through your content and see who's active and who isn't active. And that is the responsibility of a person, to go through their inventory to make that space. That's my personal belief. We can agree to disagree. That's totally fine. But I just think that I don't think we should be fearful of saying, like, to give someone a follow, because sometimes you might be someone that's helping just give that follow to get to that affiliate place, and that doesn't mean that you need to stick around thereafter. So like so Bub says, it's true, it's hard to look at new content, and I don't get much only time I do is whenever making an impact on you, right? So like that's the hard part, is that like when you're at that phase and you've maxed it out, you're not looking for necessarily new networking and new friends. It's not a priority for you. It's maintaining the current ones. So, but a lot of people, that's a very rare amount of people that have 2,000 follows from having 16,000 or more people that follow you. When you see somebody that doesn't even have 2,000 followers themselves, it's like, well, what are we doing here? So for streamers that are at the level of myself and most people, that's our responsibility of being true to our follows and weeding it out and giving a chance of doing that. There's been times where I'll go see a streamer and I sit there and I'm like, I like them, but their content doesn't hit my heart the same way. And it's scary though, and this is the part that this is the part that's fearful. People are scared to hit the unfollow button because they're scared that if they unfollow someone, then it's almost like a personal attack. And I think that we get too stuck on this, like, oh, if I followed this, or if you're on my suggested, I should be on your suggested. It's too tick for tack, and it gets exhausting. And I think
I agree with you. What Bubbles put into my when I was talking earlier, just before you said what she wrote in your stream, she was in my stream at the same time as she wrote agreed to what I said. So what like as you said, agree to disagree. Well, that's what shoutouts are for. When you shout someone out on your stream, it says automatically go follow this person on Twitch. That's the Twitch shout out go to thing. It says shout out and support such and such a person, and it gives their Twitch account. So you're telling people by giving someone a shout out when they come into your stream, everybody else who's in chat, who the person is, what their Twitch account is, and you're also saying, guys, look, I know this guy, I like this guy, go check them out, or I know this girl, I like this girl, go check them out and see how you feel and going forward. Like, I'm not saying don't follow them. I'm not saying like
right.
Like I'm not. I think you misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not telling you people not to follow people. Like, I mean, I'm telling people go check them out, and if you want to follow them, because if you tell people to follow people, I find that people resist a lot of things they're told to do. So if you tell people to follow you and to go follow this, for instance, I've seen people who put up advertisements on Discord and stuff for subathons they've come up and everything, and the reason why they're doing it. And when you read it, like, a lot of them will put a lot of people off, not just me, because it's more of a do this rather than can you help me, you know. So it's what I find is direct what's the word I want to use, quotation, or direct conversation sometimes isn't the right approach for a lot of people, because a lot of people they don't want to be influenced, they want to be nourished, and they want to be encouraged, not influenced. So I think it's, from my point of view, to influence someone instead of encourage them and nourishing them. Like, for instance, Manito, Andy's a great streamer. I think you should check him out. Instead of Manito, go follow Andy because Andy needs to be affiliated, or go follow Andy because Andy's a great streamer. I mean, it's kind of telling him what to do. I don't think he'd like that, even though he's not in yes. But if someone told me that, I'd be kind of put off straight away. So if someone came to my stream... Well,
I mean, if we're going to be very, very upfront about it, I think shout-outs fall on a lot of deaf ears. I think when you give too many shout-outs, it becomes just a numb, and you just hear another name or another number. I think that we appreciate shout-outs, and I get that's part of culture, but I think that shout-outs end up feeling like a marketing board.
It also depends what you do them for.
Okay, let's ask Andy. Ask Andy. Andy is doing this a lot longer than all of us. I think Andy would be a good time to weigh in on what you think about telling people to follow. Or do you have any?
So Bubs' input is, I definitely have thought about removing shout-outs for the same reason.
Yeah, I agree. I think, I mean, literally, it's just like one of those things where I think it's just kind of expected a lot of times. And I think, I mean, we've talked about this. When somebody was just shouting out every single person that came in my stream, I was like, I gotta just remove their power to shout out, because that's irresponsible. I try to, like I say, when I talk about somebody, it's usually like a more personal thing, like this is why I like their stream, or this is what they've done, or this is what they do, instead of just, you know, throw a shout out up in chat, which, you know, like I say, it's hard to keep up sometimes too, because it, again, depends on how many people are there. You know, like if you got like 2 people come in and you shout both of them out, you know, that'll be there, people can see that. But if you're shouting out like, you know, 40 people at a time, it definitely gets a little, you know, chaotic and convoluted, and nobody can really, you know, see what's going on or distinguish. And I think a lot of people don't really pay attention. Like, if you're looking at chat, a lot of times people don't even really look at the actual chat. They're mostly just talking to the streamer, and if there's a conversation going on, they can jump in it. So a lot of times, a lot of the stuff happening in chat doesn't really, you know, translate to a lot of people anyway. When it,
but what I noticed about your Sorry, Andy, but what I noticed like about your streams, because I've been there a lot, obviously moderating and because I love you so much, as you know, is that you don't tell people to follow though. It's a recommendation. Like,
I
you know,
appreciate
I
that,
recommend this person,
Draco.
or you
I hope
should
you're
check this
having a great
person out. I
Monday.
know this person a very long time. They're a very good friend of mine. You know,
Holy
you
Monday
make
for the
it
next
personal
13 minutes, I
because
think.
they're
At least
people
for
that
me.
are personal to you. But I don't think I've ever heard you telling someone to follow someone ever in your stream.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the words you use, I guess, or how you want to talk about it. I don't know. I mean, I don't ever really pay attention. I just say whatever I say usually when it comes to the actual words coming out. But a lot of times it's more of just like if anybody can throw a follow this way for somebody trying to get affiliate, sure.
Right.
You know, but I don't know. I usually say check this person out more than anything. I don't know if it necessarily matters as much, but you know, again, it's just personal preference. I mean, it's just that's how streaming is. It's all personal preference. You are allowed to do. We all four of us right here are allowed to do something radically different in our own streams, and it just doesn't matter to anybody else. As long as you're doing what you want to do in your stream and you're comfortable with what you're doing, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think again, there from what I'm experiencing and what I'm looking at, it worries me on the expectation of the shout out, and it worries me of when I do actually give a shout out, is it falling on deaf ears because of I'm doing it too much, or is it becoming an expected thing when people show up to get a shout out? I try to look at trying to talk about stories where it's indicating that they are a gamer, or it's like, oh, you know, there's Boosh, and you know, we met a couple times in person, and you know, we got to do 2v8s together, and you know, and you have a story to go with it. I think it's really nice when I've gone inside of like Andy streams and people are like, oh, I didn't know you streamed, and I'm like, that's crazy because I get a shout out like every single time. You know, but again, because of it falls on deaf ears, because if you just get used to it, and then it takes away the personal ones when you actually are like really trying to show like, hey, this is one. Oh, hey, Brian. But I don't know. I mean, you know, some people it works out great for them, other people it doesn't. But I just know, like, if I were to hear a shout out from like Sally McSusan, she doesn't give shout outs all day every day. You know, it's for a raid or a very specific situation, and it's very rare for that. But I know other people who give shout outs all the time, and they're just equally as successful. So I mean, I think it's just like whatever the niche is that you do, is that you get to do it and have a great time. This is a good topic. Yeah,
I'm
just,
more
like,
interested in people feeling visible than anything. Like,
Thank you
whether the
so
shout-out
much
lands
for
or
the
not, if they feel
raid.
acknowledged, I
Laughing
think that's more
beside
of
you. How's
my
it
intent
going?
with it because,
How's it going, everybody?
I don't know, I've been in a lot of
Today
streams
we're
where,
doing
you know, a raid comes through and they just say hi, and that's
it's like
it.
a collab that we did. We played some
To the stream
Phasmo.
of the
I played
raid
it for the
even,
first
it's
time
like,
today,
well,
and I got
you know,
my
I don't
ass
ever want to be
whooped.
like that. Where not only do
But,
I
it was
care
fun. We
about
had
the
fun.
people coming in with the raid, but also the
And right now
streamer
we're kind of just
that raided, so it's kind of
the event is run by Bliss, and she's kind of just doing like
some kind of way,
some questions
but,
and stuff. Yeah, it's my first
you know,
time.
I mean, like I say, it's all personal preference. It's the
Hold
same
on, let me,
thing, you know. Like I agree. If you're just, you know, throwing up a command or something real quick for somebody,
I'm gonna step
without,
over
you know,
here.
even
There we go.
acknowledging them,
So
does it really mean
it's not that
anything?
loud.
Probably not, you
But
know?
yeah,
right.
thank you
And
so much
it's
for the
true, like,
follow.
Buzz is agreeing and saying, like, it's about like
hold on.
having them feel appreciated and hopefully someone can
Shigematsu,
follow back, right? Like,
welcome,
and I'm not
bienvenido
gonna
to the
say, like,
CC.
shoutouts don't work. Like, there
No,
are
but yeah,
some people
we're
who
having a
really
good time.
make
It's
it
kind of like
work.
right now it's kind of
But
like a
there are other times
podcast,
that
and we're
you
just
don't
talking about like what
necessarily
makes
do. Like, if I really know that someone has a goal coming up, like,
you know, like what are your
April has a
goals,
pretty big goal,
what got you
where
into
it's like a joke,
streaming, you
like,
know,
but,
stuff
like,
like
he
that.
truly has a goal. He
It's
would
kind of
like
fun.
to get
It's
1,000
kind of
followers,
cool
and he
being
says
part
if
of
he
this.
does, he'll play some Dead by Daylight.
We get to meet
this
some
month.
cool
So
people.
I sent a couple people personal
Like
messages,
today, the
like,
first
hey,
time I got to
like,
meet
I want him
Mando.
in the
It was the
fog.
first
You
time I
want him in the
played with
fog?
him.
Yeah, and I'm like, let's go follow.
And
You know,
yeah,
but
basically
that
I
is
think this
showing
was
next
mostly
step
just to
of,
make
like,
new
trying to do
friends,
that,
you know.
what I mean, and connect, and like, you know, again, like Andy, like you're, you know, when you're talking
But
about that tonight,
yeah,
people
how
are
was
like,
your
oh,
stream?
we playing with
How was
Aurora
your
Bliss
stream?
and friends.
What were you playing?
I mean, those are.
What'd you play today?
I think, you know, again, everyone's different, but I feel that's more personal and heartfelt of an invite versus the expectation of so many people that come in for a shot and they leave. I'm sure
Heavy
you guys
Rain?
see that all the
Ooh.
time.
I don't think I've ever played that one before. I'll have to check it out.
Felicity,
I am
thank you
I am a fan of
personally.
Rain
Shout
though,
outs for one
so
to people I value the most because yeah, exactly. And then Brian wrote, "This is why I have frosty tools for raiders. I normally don't do standard shout outs, but I will always say hi to everyone and verbally suggest folks to follow." Right.
there's a lot of it.
Right, you
Hey, there we
can.
go. Did it take
Gotta
place
be
in
aware of
Washington or
stuff, too.
something?
I mean, if you go into a stream, if you're rated into
Oh,
a
dude,
stream,
I love story games.
you can see how the
I
streamer
love story
reacts and
games.
acts to who's there, who's trying to talk, who's trying to connect.
Like
And sometimes you just
I
completely
prefer
ignore them unless you're
story
the person that
over
raised
even
it.
graphics.
And then
Like
there's
if
other
it's got a,
times where,
I've played games that have
you know,
amazing
there are people that
stories.
raid specifically just to try to get a bunch of follows from people. There's people that almost
Oh,
recognize a raid
and
or
Bubba
whatever.
Nader came through
And
with
so,
the raid. What's
there's
up?
a lot of factors.
I
that
stepped
go
back a
into
little bit
why
just so it wouldn't be that loud,
people
so I
look
can
at
say hi to
shout-outs or
everybody.
not. There's a lot of people that have been burned.
It's Quantic
by,
Dream.
just following everybody and then going, oh well, I don't know any of these people. I'll
Masters of
never
the
see them
Story
again, so
game.
what's the point, So and like I think the shout out in general is there as a highlight tool, and it can be used however you want to use it. But it just depends on what's going on around. The community, and everybody will have a different vibe with the
Agile.
shout-outs too.
Right.
Thank you for the shouty, Moog.
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good conversations to be had. I mean, again, like everyone. I mean, people can do what they like, but it's definitely things that like have crossed my mind of just being on Twitch and observing from it. But I've met really good friends through them. But at the same time, there's sometimes I'm like, I have 3,000 followers, and I'm very proud of the accomplishment of that. But at the same time, I'm like, well, how many actually show up to stream versus how many don't? And so,
Yeah.
like, it goes
for
into
sure.
the like the followers are nice, but are they? And I call these empty cups or empty follows of like, I would rather have less. You can remove the ones that don't. Wait, what?
Yeah, Commander Root,
But-
you can remove that kind of stuff.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
in the same way. Yeah, I wanted to go through. I mean, I do go through and force people
And
off
did you
or
find
whatever.
out, how did you find that out, Andy?
hey, that's a pretty
I've
cool
been doing it for
tool.
years. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. I think
I do know you do
well,
have to
it's
be
just,
a little bit careful with it, because if you do the wrong thing, you get rid of all of your followers.
That's if you do like a date range and then select all. But you can like literally just go through and just look at one by one and stuff, and you have to really
Right.
like look through it. But yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to that kind of stuff, you also got to look at supply and demand, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, if somebody knows they can catch you every day, and I saw this,
And
when I
we're
streamed
back.
every day. Well, what's the point of showing up every day? You
You're
can't
fine.
Do the same
You're fine,
thing
Moog. I
over
appreciate
and
you
over
being
and
here.
over again every single day. Also, how many people have you met during the day when you mostly stream at night? Like I've met people during day streams that I'll never see again because I never do day streams, So there's just a
that's
lot
fair.
of things like that. Also, where are you hanging out? If you hang out with day streamers and you're only on at night, people are sleeping or working or whatever. So there's a whole lot that goes into that. I mean, I've always said this too. You could probably run the same exact stream 5 days in a row, and maybe 10% of the people there will know you streamed the exact same thing at that time, because not everybody's going to be there every day. Not everybody's going to be there every hour watching the exact same thing. So streaming the
That's fair.
content
That's
doesn't
fair.
matter as much as just being available and stuff. But if you're
No,
available
you're
too
fine.
much,
No,
then
you're fine.
people won't be able to be there as often.
But it
So
is
you
past
gotta
your
balance
bedtime.
all that stuff out and find what works for you.
Got to get to
At the end of the
Dreamland.
day, you can't
Okay.
force people to show up. You can't force people to
No
be
more
there.
nightmares,
I don't
only
care
dreams.
how often or little anybody's there ever.
Again, I appreciate
But, I
you
mean, there are
coming
definitely
in
a bunch
and
of
hanging out
followers
with
where
me
I
for a
look at
little
it,
bit and
I'm
for the
like, well,
raid. And I hope you had a
this
great
person
stream. Hope
maybe
you had a
came through
great
with a raid to
Monday.
impress whoever rated in. They followed and said, "Hey, I'm still
And,
here," but have no intention of actually coming back to my
I hope you have
stream. They
a
just wanna show
great rest
the
of the
person they
week
raided
if I
with
don't
that they
talk
were
to
still
you
there.
again. Get out there and
Yeah.
kick butt.
No, I mean, and I have to clean out, and that goes into the like
Oh, no
for
problem.
myself.
No
I have
problem.
to clean out through my follows, and
Gotta,
it's
I love-
challenging.
I love
'cause I'm
supporting the
going through it,
Bubanator.
I'm like, okay, is this somebody that actually watches the content?
whenever we
And,
can,
because of it becomes overwhelming, and when I
hope
do
so.
that,
I hope
I'm
so.
sometimes watching content where I'm like, this isn't content that's relatable to me, or it's clogging up space for me not to to limit myself from making new friends I could have even closer relationships
Oh,
with.
not a drink.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I wouldn't spread yourself too thin. Nobody should ever spread themselves too. I mean, like I talk about this every day too. Like this is literally, people forget this is a creative content
I
driven.
absolutely will. I absolutely
We have
will.
to make sure that we are loving what we do and then everything else comes after that. So if I don't visit a single stream ever, you know, if I'm making something I want to make, that should be more important than anything else on this platform. Now, obviously, I want to visit people.
Amen.
I want to make friends. I want to connect with people. But, like, at the end of the day, I mean, this isn't like, you know, specifically a friendship meeting app. This is a creation-driven app. And then friendships can form through that, through, you know, mutual content, things that we love, people that, you know, come and hang out and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things where, like, you know, I think, especially when we first start out, we get kind of blinded by, like, oh, growth, we got to get numbers, we got to get followers, that's how you do it. But it's like, you could have 10,000 followers, you don't know a single one of them. Who cares? It doesn't matter one bit. Now, I've seen people with a couple hundred followers, but they know everybody, they hang out, it's a tight-knit community, they, you know, they stream together, they game together, and it's, you know, a huge average because, like, they know each other, and that's not a huge follow number, but the follow number does literally nothing for you after 50 follows.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one of those things where, like, it looks nice to some people. Like, I think I've told you this before. There's this, like, bigger Fallout guy. I think it's Fallout guy. The little bean people, like the little where they run around. He was a really big streamer in that. And then some stuff happened where he stopped streaming it. So he had like 30,000 followers. He's streaming Dead by Daylight, Fall Guys. He starts playing Dead by Daylight. The guy can't even hold down 15 viewers.
That's
So
the
it's pretty crazy.
yeah, and like that's the kind of like the negative part of building your community around one specific thing. Not even a game, but one specific thing. Like if it gets to a certain point where it's big, you're just gonna have to continue that if you want to keep the viewage.
I think
Yeah, and
I
it
think
goes
like
back
you
to what we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier too. If you have if you're a variety streamer and you have multiple games, if you get a bunch of people that want to specifically watch you play GeoGuessr and you're not playing GeoGuessr, how can you personally expect them to come watch you play something else if they specifically want to get on just to watch GeoGuessr, you know? So you don't owe anybody anything, but you have to keep that in mind too. Like I switch, you know, I mean, I've played like 89 games over the last year, and it's just like, you know, who's coming in to watch me play, you know, Phasmo one night, and then they go, oh, well, he's playing Banjo-Kazooie tomorrow. Let's watch that. Half the people don't even know what Banjo-Kazooie is on this platform.
I love that game.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fine. But, like, you know, that's the whole thing is, you know, I can't reasonably expect people to do anything other than to be exactly where they want to be when they want to be. So that's
Amen.
why, you know, you control what you can control, and I will stream, do whatever I want to do, and if it's, you know, something people want to watch, awesome. If it's not, at least I'm still having a good time.
I think what's been good for you, Andy, is the content that you make. Like watching Lethal Company and Phasmo has the same premise in a way of like it has the little jump scares that you can have. It doesn't feel so far off from it where it feels like off-putting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know though. Going
Good
from Phasmo
evening,
to, like, a GeoGuessr to a Dr. Mario. is
Juicy pear.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
opposite.
I have some of those
another
downstairs.
situation.
Stream
guys,
story
um,
games like
Raids
Horizon
in
Zero
there, so
Dawn
it's,
or Detroit
coming
became
to me.
human, and they switched
I
to
was
League
just
of
listening to you
Legends.
there while
I
that
feel
was
that.
happening.
Like I'm not like
Andy,
personally,
like,
I'm not a fan
Steve,
of those
Andy's
games.
stream is just chatting, so there is no GeoGuessr, there is
Yeah,
no Phasmo.
I
There is no
agree.
Lethal
I agree
Company
with
put up
that,
there
Nader.
What he's playing, it's just
And it's like
chatting. So when you go into Andy's stream at the very start,
at that
you know
point,
you don't know what you're going to get. Okay, so and that's coming from someone who watches him every time he goes live. And what Andy does, he plays the game he feels like playing that day. And if during that day, if there's maybe 3 games,
yeah,
and he's
you know,
playing
those
something,
games,
he's getting bored, he's
they're
like,
great
"Oh, I'm
for
gonna
some
change
folks,
to GeoGuessr
just not
because
for
someone
us,
might have
right?
mentioned something in GeoGuessr,
And you
or
wish him
mentioned
the
GeoGuessr and he
best,
gets the
but
feeling
like
then.
at the same
So,
time,
I feel like that's how he
you
plays
are
I
donating
don't
time.
think people
You
going
know,
to people's streams because of just
you
just
are
because
donating
of
your
the name
time
of the
to
game
a lot of
or
these
the name of
streamers.
the category of what you're doing.
So,
I think it's more
you know,
for you,
yeah,
the person, the
You
streamer.
got to watch what you
So,
like too.
When I, like, for instance, the 2 Rays accounts...
Granted,
people are coming
thank you
in,
so much for the
most
follow,
people
Nader. I
come
really
in because
appreciate it.
they know me.
Hey, no, granted, sometimes you run
They
into
know
people
my
that
personality,
it
they
doesn't
know
matter
me,
what they
but they
play,
don't know who-
you will always
or
watch
they
him.
don't care
Like
about the
Andy, for
game.
example.
The
Like
game,
I will always
I
watch
put up
him.
there, no
And not
game,
even
and
watch
just
him,
go
but I'll
live.
just have
And
him
the
up
people
if
that
I'm
want to
doing
watch me
something
will
else,
come
you
in.
know? But that's a little
People
different because,
who want
like,
to get
no
to know
matter
me will
those
come in,
kinds of
other
folks,
people,
no matter
they'll
what they
get to know
play,
me.
the
If they like
vibe
me,
will
they'll
always
stay.
be
If
the
they don't, they
same.
won't. I think If you fix
So
it too
you know,
much on
there's so
how many
many
views
different
you have at any particular time, or
parameters. I
how
don't know
many
if that's the right
people,
word, but yeah.
watch you in a week or anything. I think you lose track of why you started twitching in the first place. I did it to meet people, to have fun, and for
We
to be
are
a
having
social
some
setting.
serious
That's
conversations
why I
now.
did it. But if I
It
start going
started.
into the
It
world
started all
of
like
how
kind
many
of
people
like,
are watching me right now,
oh,
how
you
many
know,
people
this is
are
nice,
following me this month, how many people have subbed to me, how many people. Then you're going down a road of where it becomes emotionally involved. It
I've been
becomes
mostly just
mentally
listening at this
disturbing
point
because you start worrying about all the wrong things of why you started streaming in the first place. When you did it for fun, the first time you pressed everyone here, I guarantee you, the first time we all pressed go live, the first time was to try it, have fun, and see where it went. So I think that's the way it should always be: have fun, and see where it goes. Not
let's
worry
back up.
about
Let's
goals
back
are
up
great when
again
you
here.
reach them, but they shouldn't be.
It is a
why
bit
you stream.
intense. It is a
goal
bit
should be
intense.
something that just happens as you stream.
I'm gonna turn
Whereas
it down a little bit because
to have a goal and try and aim for that.
no,
goal
but
in
like
the stream,
I
it's
do get it.
noble.
I do get
It's
what
great
he's
when you
saying.
achieve it,
Like
but if you make your life about that goal, then you have to achieve it. So it
but
becomes more
there are
work than it does fun.
like I mentioned earlier, like you could usually tell when somebody's having fun on their stream, right? And
Yeah,
there's also
analytics.
some people
That was
do
my
it
job
for a living.
years, you know,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you got to find that
I agree, but I absolutely
that middle ground, you know, right?
I think it's fun to look at that kind of stuff.
Because sometimes it's kind of like, oh man, I got to do this, but you know, you got to do it because it is a job after all for some folks, you know. But also don't lose that vibe, you know, that having fun, the thing that got people to watch you in the first place. Our stream would have a problem with becoming numbers game.
Like fantasy football too. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I love looking at data.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
It's like a growth
But,
chart, right? Like it
And
like, I
it's
get what you're saying
really
for, like,
it's
having
really
the
easy to
passion of
fall
it
into
and,
that,
you know,
honestly.
there-
I
there's a
remember
real- and this is the
years
part
ago when
that,
I started
again, we're gonna
streaming,
agree to
it was a
disagree
numbers
here.
game for me.
Like I'm a single mom. Like I work. 50
Yeah,
hours a
I
week,
personally
and
agree
I
with you,
need
darling.
to
I
get a
personally
second
agree.
job.
Like when I started,
not making
for
that
me, it was like I
ends
need
meet.
to make it,
So I was
right?
like, what am I gonna do for a
'Cause,
job that's
you know,
gonna
I
give
don't
me
I don't like
flexibility
the
to
job I'm in right
parents
now,
not
and if I
have
could
to
make
find
it
another
streaming,
job.
then I could do something
Like,
I enjoy,
9
blah blah
p.m.
blah
to
blah.
midnight, I can
But
do
at that
something, but
point,
there's
it
not
was
a
like
lot
I
of jobs
need
that
to
can
make
do.
it. So
Yes,
like
I
that
do
that
love
does
streaming and
that does take a
gaming,
lot of fun
but I
out of
was
it.
taking what
Not gonna lie.
I was
And then
doing already and
once
going,
I
"Well, what
switched
else
back
can
to
do
like I
differently?"
just want to do it.
So numbers
I just want to
are
get out there, have
important, those
fun,
things
meet
are
new
important
people,
because of,
and
to me,
like Egg Roll mentioned,
this
your
is a
people
job.
will find you.
Like I love it,
such
And
I
that is
love it.
absolutely
Yeah,
true. Like
but,
I've
like,
met all
you
of
know,
you.
yeah.
I've met these amazing
Okay,
other
it
streamers,
depends on-
and
but it just-
we're part of this
I can
community.
love
That's
this job.
awesome.
I-
You know, with
it's
so many
passionate,
good,
I'm passionate about it. I
good,
care about
really
it,
cool,
and
nice
not every
people.
day it's always gonna be.
So you know,
fine,
just
But
you just
again,
gotta do
like,
your thing, man. Just gotta do your
I
thing.
loved all the other jobs I've had. So it's
I'd
just
quit.
like
I'd quit tomorrow if I didn't like it. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, he's right. Like I started streaming, and the excitement of just streaming and making friends and everything was the best thing in the world. And I had such a good time with it when I started, and I had such a good time with it last night. I mean, it's been the same consistent. Like for the
All
most
right,
part,
let's get back in here.
everything's been just super fun and enjoyable. If it wasn't, there's no chance I'd be
proximity
doing this,
chat,
and
so-
it's just not worth it at all because.
Get into things with the best
this should
intentions
be
and all the
fun.
heart in
If
the
it's
world to
not
become
fun
massively
first, if
demotivated
it's
by the
not
lack of my
content-driven
performance.
first, doesn't
I get
matter.
that. It's that
I
whole
can't
perfectionist
not
thing,
have a
right?
goal. I can't not have fun looking at numbers and things.
And you
like
know what,
that. And I
Moogie?
think
You know what's
looking at numbers, you
important
can find
is
a win
that
in
you
everything.
recognize
If we
that.
just look at the surface,
Because there's some people that
that's
don't
what my job
recognize
was.
that,
It was
and they
looking
just keep
beyond just the surface
basically
numbers,
hurting
it was
themselves.
literally analytics
But the
in my
fact that
store,
you
so,
know that that's
it
a
was
flaw
almost like, oh well, where can we see trends
is
and things like that? So
it can help you
miss it. I
grow,
love doing it
right?
every single
And it can
day.
help you
So this kind of gives me a
not
little
put
slice of
yourself
that, too, which I
into
really
search
like, because,
situations
I mean,
that would
again, I didn't want to not have a job. It was just unfortunate circumstances, but I
make that
this
worse.
makes some
I
regularity,
lost the
so
word I was
feels
going
normal
with.
again,
Exasperate.
and,
Is that
if
does
I
that
didn't-
go?
like YouTube, for instance, has horrible analytics page, so I kind of hate YouTube for that. I don't
YouTube
get
kinda
it.
sucks.
It makes no sense. You can't filter the way you want to, so it kind of that has been interesting in the fact that when I look at that, I get more frustrated that I don't know what's going on really with my YouTube stuff, and that's been a huge hurdle for me mentally.
That's
Is
fair.
like
That's fair.
on Twitch, it's like I feel like I'm in control of situations. Like I can see what's going on. you know, I'm having a good time. I'm making what I want to make. I can talk to people, hang out, do everything I want to do for the most part.
time.
On YouTube, it's the exact opposite. I just throw something out there and then that's it. It's just gone, you know? And when I look at the analytics page, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't refresh the right way. It's just like, you know, I hate that because I like to know things. I like to know stuff. I like to have, you know, my thumb on the pulse of what I'm doing. And when I feel like I have no control over something I should be able to control, it's just kind of frustrating.
That
to
is
me.
exactly what this
Yeah,
has
I would
turned
say it's
into.
all
We've been
situational. I
like
think everybody
talking
kinda
like
has
this
their
for
own
over an
views on
hour
it,
now.
and, you know, as long as you're doing what you want to do and feeling the way you want to feel, there's no right or wrong way. I mean, who cares if you have goals or not? Who cares if you look at numbers or not? As long as you're
Yeah,
not driving yourself crazy, you know?
I agree with Andy there. Like
A little bit.
see,
It's
I'm coming from a different
it's not
background
bad
than
though.
all of
It's
you.
not bad.
I'm coming from a combat vet who's seen action, who has been in warfare and everything. So for me, like coming into Twitch was to find and meet new people.
It is
because
Phasma
of
philosophy, and
mental
I'm a
issues as
student because
well
I've
as
been
real
mostly
physical
just
issues
listening.
After 23 years of military service on many missions. The thing is, the reason I don't look at numbers and analytics everything is because for me, people are talking about followers and they're talking about viewers and everything. For me, if 1,000 people come in to my stream, okay, people asked me a question before, or someone did. How do you measure your success in Twitch? How do you, Mando, measure success in Twitch? My success in Twitch for me is if 1,000 people come in and one person felt better leaving, happier, better, had fun, and left Twitch, that is more important to me than any gifted sub.
That is a
any
good
sub,
question.
any
How do
bits,
you
any financial or monetization of the Twitch?
measure
itself,
success? You know, because
that
that's
person,
different for
I've
everybody.
changed their life in some way. That's
For
more
some people,
important to me.
success is like
Now,
I made it.
understand that money
I
for a partner
this
and
is
for
like
someone who
I
does it
make
as a
enough
job
money
is
to
very
survive
important. I
off
do
of
this as a
off of
full-time
like if
streamer as well,
we're
because I'm
talking
on a
about
disability
streaming in
pension. I
particular.
don't get paid a lot. I don't have enough money coming in either. I have mortgage bills to pay as well and everything. So like yes,
And for
the money from
others,
this
it'd be like
does
I
help,
made a bunch of good
but
friends,
it's not something that I
and
want
I'm having a
people
good
to feel
time.
that they have
That's
to give me.
successful.
So I try and stay away from subathons. I try and stay away from donations of my own. I don't
The wo-
disagree with them.
the one
Everybody
thing-
else can do
Hey,
them,
let us
and
go
I
over
have
here.
no problem with
The
that.
one
I don't
thing,
think it's a bad thing. I don't
what
think
were we
it's
talking
even
about? Success.
A little bit of a bad thing. I think it's totally
Yeah,
personal.
the one thing I like to
But
think about
for me,
is
after
if
everything
you
I've
were to
been through
tell
in life,
your
everything I've seen,
yourself, like
I think the most important
yourself
thing
that
for me
was
being a
5,
streamer is to
10
make
years
people
younger than yourself,
feel better
where
about
you are now
themselves,
and what you're doing.
because- and feel better for
You know, would
myself
they
as
would
well
they
at
be
the
proud
same
of
time,
you?
because at
Or
the
even
end of
just
the day,
think
I've
about
seen
like
so much hurt, so much pain,
it's like 5 years
go
ago,
through
what
so
did
much
I
hurt,
want
you
out
know,
of life?
that
10 years ago,
go into any
15.
stream, for instance,
You know,
and
what
come
what
out
what am I
feeling
what
better
was
and
I
doing
shooting
better
for
things,
then? And
that
then look
means
where
the
you are
world to
now.
me. So if I can do that for one
Sometimes
other
I like to
person
think
or
about that and be
1,000
like, "Oh, dude, I'm
people
actually
watching live,
doing
that
I'm actually doing very
would
well.
be my measure of success for
I'm
me
actually
in Twitch.
successful in what, you know, in certain aspects of my
what's
life."
interesting in this is that you value.
So it's always good to-
being able
to-
make them
to
feel a
remember
little
that.
better. But to someone that
Keep that
I'm
in
not
mind,
saying
folks.
everybody, but there might be certain people
Even if
that
it's even if
they
it's
might
a
feel a
small
little bit
amount, as
better,
long as you
but there's
grew,
also like these like energy
you're
vampires
you're winning.
almost.
You're winning.
So it's like it's so great to see that that is enough to fuel you, where to someone else, like what you've given to them isn't enough, and they have to keep seeking out more and more and more. So I think that it just shows really your heart, Mando, of like just how big it is for people, and I see like very much of like how Andy and all of us love you so much is because of like you have that passion, and
That was supposed
I
to be a hug.
respect that so very much about you. You have like the biggest heart. You're like, if that's what it is, I'll take it. Like you are a very selfless, very giving individual that again, like we may not agree upon, you know, everything, but there's so much respect that I have for you and where your heart comes from,
Respect.
because there's so much kindness there. So I love that about you. And I, again, like I just but my mama bear side goes like, you know, I know man will pour into this, but like, you know, there are these energy vampires that just keep going around sucking out souls,
Yeah,
trying to
that's
just fill up
fair.
this cup versus having to deal with these deeper wounds that they have.
That's fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that. And
Oh,
thanks
yeah,
for never making me
100%.
cry.
Amen.
No, it's
Yeah.
true, Mando. We
need
like,
another sound
again, it
alert.
just it shows just like how big your heart is, and like, you know, you're able to give and do that. And you know, again, like
I know Andy, and again, like we're not always going to agree on every little thing here, but you also understand where I'm coming from, and you empathize with it. That's not what brought you here, but I know that when I talk about things, you're like, I didn't think about that, and that's a good point too. Like we've had these conversations, and I love how open-hearted and very open-minded you are about things, of hearing another walk of life, and to digest that and go, you know what, like that is something I didn't think about. And I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. I don't ever get to voice that to you in your chats, but I do appreciate that very much, of who you are. So I think
good
it's very
times.
lovely
We're
that
having
you
good
have that
times
type of
right
heart,
now.
and that's why it's so easy.
I'm glad that
to go inside your stream and watch your content, because
we can have these
the
type
heart
of
behind it.
conversations with our friends.
It's
You
not
know,
like first person
it
shooters
could
are not
be
my
reassuring.
cup of tea, but I love your heart of what you're wanting to give back to everybody else. That's
You're
beautiful.
trying to make me cry in stream, aren't you? You're definitely trying to make me cry in stream.
Send out the waterworks crew. It's coming. I'm just kidding.
Oh, first and second December, I'll get my revenge.
But like with Monito, like I love that I've talked with you. We've talked about things with streaming, and just like I love your room setup. Can we just talk about how nice Monito's room setup is?
Oh, stop.
Like the shining light in the background. I'm like, can I just have a Yumi magical cat and Steve Harrington behind me? Like a neon lights. Be like, don't fight.
Gross.
But it's my world. But Monito, I love that when we talk about things, you talk about your wife and how she does VTubing, and I just love like just seeing the content that you make and the conversations we've had with it. It's been so nice, and I know that we haven't gotten to talk as much.
And and that's
but I do-
and life gets in the way, and that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about, I feel like, not even just the community but our friends. It's like we understand that everybody has a life. Like I could disappear for a year, and then I could come back and be like, "Hey, what's up, Andy?" And then we would pick up where we left off. And I feel like
Exactly,
that's a lot
yeah.
of how our friendships are here, where it's like we understand you're an adult.
Agreed.
You're an adult. You got, as long as you're fine, let me know you're fine. We're golden. No, whenever you're good. And I really appreciate that of everybody.
Yeah.
I just freaking love you all.
We love you. We do love you. Like again, like Mando, you are the one person who plays the most Fortnite that I will tolerate. I do not have any love of that game. I think it's frustrating. I've played it before. People shoot you and you die really quick. And you're like, great. Now what? But watching you play and you having your song and everything, it makes you you. And it's so unique and beautiful, and it's a very childlike heart.
Yeah, there's some people, it doesn't matter what they're playing.
That when you look at the world,
You could pop in and just watch them,
toward it,
because you're not watching them for
And
necessarily for
it's
what
so
they're
refreshing and
playing, what they're watching, what
and
they're doing,
revival
but
almost.
because of them, because
And,
their
like,
vibe,
just, humanity
because the energy that they give out.
with it. So I
That's
never
how we
want
try
you
to
change
avoid
who you are.
toxic
Even if
folks.
we don't always agree on things, I never want you to change, because of having disagreement conversations allows us to look at things from another perspective versus just straightforward. Everything has angles. There's always different perspectives in the world, and I love yours.
You never have to agree with that. You don't have to agree with everybody.
And that
But
goes the same way.
give
I
them the
think-
benefit
me
of a
and Andy
doubt.
have had conversations. I think the 7 months that we've known each other, we've had conversations on the phone that probably would add up to 3 months of that 7 months. They've been that long. But I've said this numerous times about a lot of people, including yourself, Laura, and Andy, and everyone. I love all of you here. I love the people that I've met through Twitch and the friends that I've met here.
I agree with that sentiment.
What I've experienced in the military.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
And
But
our
what I
chat-
experienced.
Christmas present with the neon Steve Harrington. So sorry.
What?
Wow. I don't know. It doesn't matter, Amanda. Just continue.
Oh wow.
Okay. I was just saying, like, and you know the story, like, you know what I've been through, like, military wise. You know where I'm coming from, like, so I matured very quickly and everything. So when you say of a childlike heart, it's not. I wouldn't. I again, not disagreeing or agreeing to disagree, but I'm just saying that it's not a childlike heart. It's just that I see life a lot differently now. I don't see black and white anymore. I don't see good or bad. I just see that everything is in a gray area, because there's how do I describe this right? I want to get this perfectly right because this is a very important point
Okay.
about me.
Lay it on
I've
us,
seen
Mando.
so much suffering. I have caused suffering because of my job. Not anything bad, but obviously warfare does. You have to do things in warfare that nobody wants to do, and you have to think about that. And you think about the families of those people as well. You know, on the
Good
other
point.
side.
Good point.
So what I'm saying is, like, oh, a great time for an emote. Thanks, Crispy Waspel. What I'm saying is, when I play games, when I stream and everything, that heart that you see is why would they play the emote? No. But the that childlike heart that you see is more coming from a place of, okay, I can't talk 1 second.
Agent Little Duck, bienvenido to the CC. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Welcome on in, Agent. Oh,
Sorry, I got two people just following there, and the sound alert was I couldn't hear. But the so what I was saying is, like, basically,
welcome on,
like,
man. Hope you had a
because of
great
my
Monday.
experiences and what
It's
I've-
Tuesday
what I've
for me
experienced
now.
in my life, I've learned that
But yeah,
it's very
hope you had a great
important
one.
for
Hope
me,
it continues to be great for the rest
to
of
when I
this
play
week,
a
and you
game
kick
to
butt in
enjoy
whatever
it.
you
It's
do.
not, it's not, and to make
And
other
if it
people
don't
feel
go
better, but
well,
also
we
myself.
will write a strongly
it's
worded letter to
because,
somebody. You just let us know.
I don't want to feel those emotions. Like, if I didn't stream every day, if I didn't hang out or talk to people every day, or especially like very, very, very good friends, well, very, very good friend, he knows who he is, I would probably have to think about that every daily, and that's not how I want to live
That's
my
fair.
life. So
Gaming
like,
is
sad, depressed,
is an escape,
PTSD and everything,
right?
Because
I think for a
and
lot
there's
of
people
us,
out there who like
it
you
has
said,
been. It
who
still
who are
is.
vampires when it
Like,
comes to
there's nothing like
wanting
getting lost in the
emotional
game and then
support all
forgetting
the
about all
time
your
and wanting to be
problems,
helped.
all your
See,
ailments.
that's why I stream the way I stream, and that's the way I am, is because I'm being exactly who I am when I stream.
Okay.
Because everybody in this room at the moment, in this room, talking about Phasmo, who are the four of us here,
Phasmo!
are always, when they stream themselves, are genuine people. So I stream the same way. We all stream
I
the
really
same way. We all
appreciate that.
stream-
I really
our
appreciate that, Little
personalities
Duck.
are there on show for people to see.
And I
every
hope you have a
single day.
great night. Thanks
And
for
that's not a
hanging
gimmick,
out
it's
with me.
not,
And
a
I hope you have
persona, it is
some
us
cool
putting
dreams, not those
ourselves out
weird
there
ones where you wake
for
up
the
and you're like,
world
"What the
to
hell
see.
was that?"
People to see
But I
us,
hope
who
you
we
wake
are-
up and you're
who
like,
we actually
"Yeah."
are,
You know what I
what
mean?
we actually are. So I always stream.
Get
from
those
the
good
heart
dreams in.
because it's who I am.
Crank
and
the
anyone
AC.
else would be false to everything that I've
Get
done
some
or
nice
experienced
blankets.
in my life. So when I stream and have fun like I do, and the childlike innocence you say I have when I play and everything, is because I want to have fun now. Because so much of my life was the complete opposite
that's-
of what fun would be.
That's something I can relate with you, not in the fact of serving the military, but I've gone through a very challenging place in life, and so I have that very
Good night,
empathetic heart.
Agent
And
Duck.
when I say childlike heart, it's not in a negative way. It's actually in a
no.
most beautiful way, like towards scripture with the Bible.
Oh
So,
man,
for me,
Carpet
that's very
burns
important.
suck.
So that's the
I hope you're
references where I'm
okay,
coming
though.
from with that. But again, once you've seen pain,
and
once
if you wake up
endured
and it
once
still hurts,
you've even
get
put
that
people
checked out
through
for
it,
sure. You know.
The world looks different. It just looks different. And again, like
maybe take some
I
meds
can
if you
only
have any
imagine what you've gone through.
biofreeze. Maybe rub it on there.
And even the imagination.
Yeah,
of what
hopefully
I
it's
have
nothing major,
isn't even gonna
yeah.
be accurate because I've never walked through the life that you've walked through. So I know, like, again, you haven't served this country, but I'm sure your country appreciates the services that you've served them to the best of your ability. And I think it's beautiful and wonderful that you want to do the mission statement that you have right now. And I want to continue to support you and be a friend to encourage you to continue to do that.
Yeah, he's amazing. Literally.
I know. Why can't you be amazing too, Andy? That'd be really great. Can you
I
step
tell
up
him
your
that
game,
every
please?
day. Yo, thank you so much. I tell this man that same thing every day.
Don't listen.
He's like, no,
No, you don't
you're great for
listen.
this reason. It's like, no. Ain't no way.
And that's something that you can work on, man.
Oh,
is
man.
learning to accept the things
Yeah,
that
accept.
are said.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Excuse
that.
you, backseat
But
driver.
but,
I
but
got
you know
this.
what, Agent? Like the little
Is that an 11 on your
fans,
shoulder,
dude.
Andy?
Fans are great. They're replacing the USS
Yeah, he's
AC.
number 11.
It's your prestige level, right?
Yeah, but they all come with AC. They have to,
a
man.
lowest
Sometimes it gets like
prestige.
120
When
out
you have
here,
people that
so
love on you and they're trying to get you to see their point of
you're
view.
just sore.
When we
Okay, that's
push
good.
people back,
Yeah, if
and
you
I do
have
this too, when
if
I
you have
push
some
people back with the
biofreeze,
compliments or the things that they're trying to fuel
get that
into
on there.
me,
That usually helps.
It's causing more work.
But hey,
and
you know what? If
friction
you got
versus going,
fans,
you know what?
you aim
I
those
may
suckers
not
at
see
you
what
and
you
turn it
see,
on
but
full
thank you
blast.
for sharing how you feel and what you see, because I need to hear that. So much easier in the conversations. That's mom tip there from Bliss. I need to take myself.
Not the mom tip.
True. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, that's so.
You're almost
Bubs-
always wrong.
Bubs, pick up your toddler.
Wow, imagine.
Imagine.
Wow.
You're just gonna have traffic. Nah, wow. You noobs. You noob walkers.
Not the corner.
All right, let's do at least one more game before everyone needs to head out. Yeah.
Sounds good to
Yeah.
me.
All right, let's do at least one more.
35C is high.
Let me
Oh
see Andy
wow.
do that one more time. I've got priorities here, folks. I've got priorities.
That's like
Andy, you got me lots of
95,
money, though,
95.
thanks.
That's
Wait,
not
we need
terrible.
stuff.
That's not terrible.
For YouTube, that'd be crazy, right?
Oh no,
It's on
not
my
the
VOD, you
ads.
can just get it from the VOD and then just.
Big content creators stealing from other people's content? What?
I just gave him permission just there.
That true?
That guy.
And we all got cut off. All right, you got 50
Jesus,
seconds
guys.
left of ads, and then we'll jump back in.
Flashlight.
Yo, I think this.
No, I don't need this.
I think
want the
this
thing on my
computer
head.
is haunted. Oh, I'm supposed to be grabbing stuff.
The
Hold on.
thing on my head.
No, I want this.
I want
the thing
this.
that like lands on top
Oh,
of my
the
head.
goggles.
And I want
okay,
this.
was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's he
yeah.
gonna put on
I
her
want
head?
this.
I can get some of this. Get me some Jesus power. Let's go. I'm good. I got my Jesus power.
Jesus power.
Idea about Bliss. I think Bliss. I know you can hear me. I think you're just gonna. You're not even gonna go inside. Like.
I'm inside.
We're almost there.
What? She's inside? No way.
Oh my
We
God.
got orbs in the living room
Orbs already, huh? Okay.
on the phone.
We never found the hand, Andy. I needed the hand.
3 seconds.
Random
2,
torch.
1. Welcome back from the ad jail, folks. Can I take this? Oh, I could take. I just stole that guy's phone. No, but yeah, like over here, where I'm at, it's been. I think the hottest it's been has been in like the mid 90s, but it's also kind of humid. It's been kind of humid, but honestly, I don't mind humidity. I'd prefer it over the dry heat where we were before.
Crouch on the floor and hold F. It'll show you the area of effect.
And then I usually tend to keep our house like at a nice cool 70, between 72 and 74 degrees. That's the magic number for me. Especially at night. Oh, dude, it's got to be cool. It's got to be cool, or else I can't take a shower. Can't take a shower. I can't go to sleep. I have to take a shower to go to sleep. Ow! Oh, I just pulled a neck muscle. Don't get old, folks. Don't get old. Oh, wow.
No, it was working in the room, but then when I went to go downstairs in the basement, and
Oh, you're in a rainforest. Okay. So yeah, so you understand.
Stopped working.
Have you ever had to deal with dry heat? And if so, what do you prefer?
He's here.
I'm just here beside you.
Yeah, I know. Get me on Ghost.
I'm picking EMF in the laundry room. Only level 2 though.
It's a Fae.
How did you know that?
Alright. We have orbs, dots, and ghost ray.
Oh. It got cold all of a sudden. I'm going outside. I've been doing pretty good of not dying, so hopefully we can keep that. Oh yeah, no. I remember where did I go? I think it was in South America, and it's like when we flew down there and we got off the plane. It was like like you feel you walk into the atmosphere.
I'm hunting weapons.
It was wild. Have a member of your team witness a ghost event. A member of your team
Anilo.
escape. Si, señor.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Sounds good. Oh, okay. Me too. I'm a December baby, so I'm a winter baby. If it ain't cold, it ain't sold. Is that did I just make that up or is that a thing? All right, somebody has to escape a hunt and witness a ghost event.
That ghost event, we just gotta hope the ghost does something.
I don't need those things anymore. I'm gonna
Ghost picture.
I'm gonna grab one of you. And I don't know what else to grab.
You got a ghost picture. You got a ghost stepped in salt. Ghost stepped in salt. It started writing.
Yeah, he lays on, he likes to cool off his paws.
Stepped in salt. Angry. We found the doll and made the ghost angry. Oh, the doll made the ghost angry.
You're a July baby? Okay, and I totally
Our event.
I totally understand the computer thing. Like usually this room is about 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house because of the computer.
Number.
It's like,
Tier
ugh.
3 crucifixes also stop cursed hunts, so that's pretty.
Oh, that makes sense. The cat's always like, hey, it's comfortable over here.
Double mic working again, or is it gone?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, look at him.
Ah.
One of my cats is here, Fee.
He's just standing in the
She's a
truck.
gray
What are you
one.
doing? What are you doing, Manito?
I was talking about my cats, sorry.
Oh God, I have two of them. Two black cats. They are crazy.
I have 3. I have a gray, a black, and an orange. Oh, hold on.
No. My two black cats, Jacko and Ariel, like they aren't even related. We just picked up one and we ended up getting 2, and they just go bananas. They're outside the door scratching my door at the moment, and it's 6:30 in the morning.
Put it down. Put it down. Okay. Put it down here.
Ghost, can you show yourself? Show yourself, Ghost.
Show yourself.
Pay me first.
He loves Naruto. And when I bought him a Naruto plushie. Oh, that's awesome. I'm a fan of Naruto too. At one point, did he just lock us in here? At one point, I was one of the. I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I was one of the better Kakashi cosplays, in on the West Coast. Yeah,
You do realize no one can hear you when you don't press the mic.
I was watching.
Is Bliss not using
That's
Google
awesome.
again?
Yeah, she was using go back. I walked into the van and she was talking when I walked in.
Lolly, West Coast best. I'm on the East now.
That was funny. I just walked
I kinda
in,
like it.
A whole
Hey, I'd be down. I mean, that would take that would take a while to do, but I'm totally down.
Oh, a hunt?
We need to go find a ghost or something.
I bet you blew the candle again when we left.
Oh, candles. Are there any candles?
Get in the house.
One year we went to I don't remember which anime convention it was, but we did a Naruto group,
What happens when you touch it?
and I was Obito.
Then it
Mayhem was
Hans.
Hinata,
it's literally like.
and then our
right about
friends
to kill me
was
and,
Madara and
Throw something.
Hashirama. It's on your Twitter. Oh yeah, we'll have to check it out. I also on my Discord I have a thing where you could post pictures of your pets because we love seeing everyone's pets.
No event, no hunt, nothing. Thays get less active as the hunt goes on. It weakens over time.
Oh, weekends. You probably did, Moog. You probably did.
Did you lock the door?
No, it closed. It's locked. There's a hunt going on.
They're dead. They're dead.
Oh no! It looks like they're still kicking.
You're not gonna believe this, but you still haven't experienced. Member has the team has not witnessed a ghost event yet. Still, for some reason.
We at least got the one escaping a hunt.
Hunt's over.
Yeah, I just escaped the hunt.
Let me know if that link doesn't work.
Have we not got a
Little
witnessed a
duck.
ghost event when we have
I had to take it down a while back, and then I brought it back, but I don't remember if I updated the link. I'm pretty sure I did though.
Jump up
I'm pretty sure I did.
and, breathe in your ear or just like blow the lights out, or that's an event,
Ah.
Parabolic mic might work so because he blows in your ear when you use that.
When they give you a wet willy.
The mic doesn't count. The mic is a whole different thing.
I hate
Gotta
the
like
way it was.
breathe on you or
That
you
was
know, appear.
terrifying. I was in there when it was hunting, so.
Lol.
Andy, you're on 21. Oh, you're at 10. I'm gonna say you're the lowest on sanity. You should go in.
It hunts on average, though. It doesn't matter who's low or who's high. It hunts on the average sanity.
Come on, Andy.
Like, that's got to be up.
Let me get a
definitely
camera. Go take a picture of his dead body.
We don't even need a camera. Actually, you know what I need?
I'm gonna get a freaking flashlight, honestly. I'm gonna get a flashlight. Oh, you don't? Oh, here, let me change that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, he just he broke the light back.
Alright, look at that perfect hunt. Good job, guys.
All right. Hey, we did everything.
Little duck,
And we're all alive.
little ducky.
Yeah.
Talk
Sorry.
about a game.
But y'all turned around and left me as I walked in, and then he just decided to come back out. Thank you for that.
Would never.
Oh,
Wait, were you the first one? Oh, I gotta say, let's go.
Money.
Can't see another life.
Look at all that money. Is this a perfect, like, game?
Yeah, that was a perfect
Where are you?
investigation.
Hey.
Look at man, look at all that
points.
monies.
Look at that XP.
Pyro. Oh yeah,
Wow,
everybody
that's
fish.
me.
I'm
I
assuming
know.
you're the first
That's good
one,
stuff.
the little duck.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for the games. I appreciate it.
That was
Yeah.
fun. Thank you
Thank
for
you for the
thank you for
games.
putting this on.
Thanks for the year.
Yeah. Andy, it's not even a year yet, but yeah, thank you. No,
Can you hear me now?
I'm. Yeah.
13 days.
yeah, I turned off push to talk. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
No,
I really
man,
enjoyed watching.
thank you. You had to make such big adjustments to be here, so thank you so
Yeah.
much.
No, not at all. It's only 6:30. I'm getting up in an hour.
I know, and I'll be there watching your stream, falling asleep to it. But
Oh.
when
Okay,
get-
you should be good now, little duck. Try it
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
Nice.
Well, if you're staying up and streaming, we know where we're gonna go raid, guys. Andy, as always, thank you so much for the friendship. I know we're frenemies, the best of frenemies, but
Yeah, definitely.
you mean the world to me. You really do.
Same.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
I'm
you.
glad we met.
It's all
I
hug.
know group.
It's all hug, group hug, group hug, group hug.
Wow.
We all have become one.
So Amanda, are you staying up? Is that
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna
hearing?
stay up, sure. It's not. Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Nice.
We all know where we're headed over. Okay, we're gonna head over to Mando's. Let's go ahead and do that. But y'all have a great evening. We will be back
Thank you so much.
tomorrow, around 6 p.m. for more Phasmophobia with Sinista, who's extremely good, and I actually have to participate that one. So it's going to be really interesting. I know he's really good. He goes in on like super
Really?
nightmare mode.
Ah,
He's
that's
like, I know
annoying.
what this is, and leaves. I'm like, seriously?
Baby.
All right, you guys, let's go over and give Mando lots of love. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Cute.
Bye. See y'all. Thank you.
Oh, I gave it to the wrong person. That's why. Hold on.
Hey guys, welcome in. Imagine that. How we all doing? Laura, thank you. How things? Oh, what the heck? That's Andy. Has to be Andy. Oh no, shout out to Laura Bliss.
The song.
What land is this? Did you see that? You're still here, sure. Oh, it's so
All right,
funny.
have a good
Okay,
night.
you should
I'll
be
take
you should
over.
be good now, little
You
duck.
too. Thanks. God. Andy. Hey guys, how y'all doing? How's things?
Okay, we're gonna hop out here. Yeah, you should be able to see it now. I accidentally gave the thing to the wrong person. I don't know how to fix it now. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. There you go. Because I could see your handsome boy, and now you should be able to see everybody. Oh my bad, I didn't say bye. Oh shit. Oh man, that was. No problem, Bliss. That was really fun. Thank you for putting that on. Like we just, what was it, last week, a couple days ago we did Bubs. I kind of like the whole event thing. So we should definitely keep it up. I agree. We had some great conversations, and I know we got stories for more. So we'll have to do another one soon. We'll have to do another one soon. Yeah, I agree. Likewise. Likewise. Go get that rest. Go get that sleep. Go get that good nights, you know what I mean? All right. Where are we at? Oh, we've been going for a while now. Okay, it's not bad. It's only 12:30 for me. Sounds good. Hey, we're ending it on a good note, right? Got to see the fur babies. Now we're good.
Without thinking of butter.
That's funny.
Have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Hopefully we could see you again
Get
soon.
into my home? Really? You're shooting me in my bed. Are you serious? Please leave.
Can you hear these crazy folks?
Why do you keep moving things into our house?
I didn't do it. He just strolled in while I was putting armor on.
I'm so funny. I'm so funny. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same channel. All the good old Herman. You get that last fishing before we raid out.
Jesus, you asshole.
All right, folks. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate the raids, the follows, all the support.
Why is there
It's been a really cool couple of last days. I can't. It's been really cool. It's been really cool. We got to meet some.
No, it won't let me type.
I know, right? And we played games. We need to do that again. We need to do that again, Andy. That was really fun. That was really fun.
Screw that.
Oh, there'll be more before we raid out. We're having the follow-up stream for my 24-hour this weekend, where we do all the giveaways and then all the unlocks we did. So I'll have more information on that soon. So stay tuned if you want to win a game. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And sweet dreams. Stay cool. Follow your dreams. Yeah, and some other third good thing. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Creeper following you. There's a creeper following you.
Well, the creeper's fine. He just wants to go on an adventure.
Adventure. He's my
Adventure.
buddy.
He's your buddy.